blinds will be going up in a couple of minutes as well, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we could get 1 or 2 more hands at this level. And then, Gary, you know what I was saying? You mentioned it was 120.
Yeah, 120, 60, 60, yeah, 60.
Yeah, 60, 120. 120.
1 full second. Yeah. The same.
All right, back over to Warwick. So the mark goes. Alvin with 6s, Umay's 230 to go. Ryan folds. Suki Jack 9, 130 to play. Defending in the big blind by the looks of things. 2 to the flop, let's see what it brings. Queen, King, Jack, Rainbow. Interesting spot here as well for Suki, because if Alvin does c-bet, it's going to be in a bit of a spot here, because Alvin does have all the kings, all the queen X's in his range as well. Suki does pick up that gut shot, so depending on sizing, let's see what Alvin comes up with here.
Very professional. Huh? Is that your thing now?
150 is the bet. I think at that price, Suki might just come along. I mean, the 10's really not the greatest card for me either, to be honest with you, because Alvin could have all ace-queens, ace-kings, ace-jacks. Considering Suki does block ace-jack as well.
And it's those dreaded 6s again.
Yeah, this is an interesting spot. I mean, there's... As the hand stands, as we can see, that, you know, he's in the lead, but Alvin's applying max pressure there, and there's so many terrible turn cards for him. That's just going to make his life a lot worse.
Absolutely.
Screen over there.
So ingrained in your
20 bucks. Well played, sir. Shows the jack.
blinds in front of you. You always have to look. Yeah.
Alvin having that range advantage.
Rethinking how many chips I have, you know.
Yeah, and, yeah, just thinking about what you're going to do. Yeah.
I always do that, yeah.
I don't literally forget the blinds, but
No, trust me.
like reassurance or something. I don't know.
Trust me, you see me later.
It's like you go through a routine. I didn't used to do it, but apparently in this series I've done it every hand.
Oh, yeah, we did play the whole day together, so you're going to pick up on something.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this. No.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, thank you.
Mark,
Thank you.
Fedora.
but wasn't open on the massage.
Right, so it looks like Max is going to be on the button.
Wait, no. He's
I'm
deep.
button.
He's button.
No, I'm button.
Yeah, button can't get the first card.
I didn't get the first card.
Yeah, just move it.
That's what I'm saying. See, I was asking in front of him. When I see it landed wrong.
Want me to put the chips back
So
here?
6s again, eh?
Yep. But again, range advantage is such a thing there.
But Alvin played them very nicely.
Couldn't agree more.
Nicky with 2-4, yeah? I think that's in his range. Under the gun. Off they go.
To Warwick, ace-9, he could look at doing something here. He's been sticky, but he tends to bucket.
I think he's in patient mode today. He looks
Yeah.
impatient,
He does
but
look
is
very
in,
impatient.
But he is in patient mode.
Okay, right, 1.7 million. 17 bigs. I think we might just see a rip here.
You think? Very astute, right? Very good player.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's min clicking leaves him 50 bigs behind, right?
So what did he bet? He raised it to 200.
200.
Daniel gets out of the way. Max Davison suited connectors, 5.7 million behind. They go into the muck. Sugi still licking his wounds after that quite big hand earlier. King 7 suited in the small. The raise in front of him to 200.
Interesting. That's Queen 8 and that.
You don't know what TV to look at, do you?
I'm all over the show. I've got Formula 1 here, and I've got stream, and I've got stream.
I'm just watching you. It's like
I'm
watching,
all over the
it's like
show,
watching a guy watching tennis.
Fair enough.
We've got two big monitors for the people at home at either side, and in the middle we've got the monitor that monitors the 30-minute delay. So we're looking at live left and right, delay in the middle. And Chris is sat,
I'm all over the show.
sat quite close to me, which is very, very nice, of course. It's a nice aftershave. And he doesn't know whether to look at the right monitor or the left monitor. And he looks like he's watching tennis.
I'm
It's
making
actually
it
quite fun.
entertaining for myself, yeah.
You can have a crick in your neck in the morning.
Well, I mean, it's not like we don't have a chiropractor on the team, do we?
No, it's not a problem.
Two hearts on the turn. Check. Yeah, I know check Ryan better. 110 call. Turn brings the heart. Let's see what Ryan opts for now. Ace of clubs on the river. Mark goes for something like half here. That could be interesting, Ryan.
Yeah, I think so.
It's going to be tricky for Ryan.
I mean, Anand is not afraid to put chips in here.
That's a small size. I think Ryan might be encouraged to call here, considering the way the hand played out.
Well, let's see if the poker brain that is Brower can fathom this one out. I think, given his chip stack size, he will have to fold.
It's interesting though, because of the way the hand played out again. So it went check, flop. Oh, sorry.
If he
Check
smells
bet.
it, he'll put it in and get Anand to shut down. If
Check,
he doesn't,
call. Check.
if he doesn't, he has to fold. Yeah,
Well played, sir.
I think so. Mr. Ian Young in the house. You've been. I think you've probably got about how long's to the next level?
No idea. No idea.
I think you can swap that.
All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian's going to be joining you. It has been emotional, Gary. We'll see you
As always.
in a few.
All right. Thanks, buddy. So Mr. Ian Young is joining us, and Sean will queue him up. I keep forgetting I've got a sound engineer sat next to me. I'm so used to pushing buttons.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
my apologies for stamping on your garden.
So I was just busy standing outside there waiting to do some exit interviews, and I wanted to get in on this action actually.
Hey,
'Cause
you
it's
see,
the
you're just jealous, aren't you?
Yeah, I know, but it's the final table now, so it's getting ready for like the juicy cream of the crop play. I mean, doesn't the play change dramatically when you're at final table? I mean,
there is a
you're-
dynamic change, of course there is.
and a play change, you've got to pick your hands wisely, because if you choose a hand, you're going to be in for at least 600,000 chips, because like for example, Alvin Piller now with Ace Jack, he's going to raise this up. So if you choose a hand, you got to be willing to put at least 600,000 chips in the pot.
Yeah, I think it depends on the blind levels. Blind levels are currently 50, 100, but they're going up to 60, 120 very, very shortly.
Yes, but I mean, as you can see, like the raise now, 270, and then oof, ran into Ace King.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, I mean, naturally you'll be bidding bigger bets in because there are more chips on the table, the blinds are that much higher.
No.
And the juicy bit is that you can be eliminated at any moment, you know. And the pay jumps are quite real now. They're starting to get quite big. So, you know, the players have already muted about deals already.
Oh, really? There's been talks about deals?
Yeah, in terms of when they get closer to the money, of course, because of the gap between 280,000 second and a million for first. But
Yeah.
it'll all depend on chip counts and what we call the ICM chip, ICM, which is the independent chip model. And as we get nearer to the that sort of time, we'll give a more fuller explanation to people who don't understand what the ICM is.
Yeah.
That's,
This 3-bet now to check almost 1 million chips. What is
Yeah, well, he's asking Olvin the question. Olvin's got 3 million behind. Daniel's got 4.3 million behind. So this could turn into a big fight if indeed.
See, like I was just like talking about, like if he chooses his hand, if he chooses ace jack, he's basically choosing to commit his stack or half of his stack, because I mean, just the pre-flop is 1/3, and then what's the flop bet going to be?
You have to get deeper into the water.
Yeah.
He's going to fold there and give little Daniel some respect here. He open folds ace jack.
And we got Enrique Iglesias with that shirt, that Hawaiian shirt, and we got a clown at the table. I mean, that was just so cool to see the club championships costumes and the
parade of clowns. What is a collective name for a gathering of clowns? There you go. What is that?
Do you know it?
No, I'm just asking you. You're a bloody trained circuit.
I'm a clown.
You're a clown, yeah. That's not a metaphor either. You are a clown.
I guess a gathering of clowns, a
Gathering.
fleet of clowns.
A fleet. How about a thicket?
A thicket of clowns. If anyone wants to comment on that on the channel, give us your comment on what you think a gathering of clowns would be.
So we're looking for a collective noun.
A suit. A circus of clowns. Oh, it was right there. A circus of clowns. A gaggle of clowns. A hilarity of clowns. I can't believe no one dressed up as the Joker.
You'll never guess what it is.
No, really, what is it?
I'm not telling you. I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Okay.
Okay, it is a shudder.
A shudder?
A shudder of clowns, or a pratfall of clowns.
Or an alley of clowns.
An alley of clowns, a pratfall of clowns, or a shudder of... There was a shudder of clowns shuddering through our neighbourhood this morning. You know,
that would be a...
Rudolph managed to get 20 people from Bloemfontein to come and play poker.
I know.
You know, both pubs in Bloom are shut down for the day.
Yeah.
The church didn't meet this morning because they're all here.
Yeah. And you got to know that was a phone call. Definitely, when they were leaving the house, some lady phoned her friend and said, "There was it was like, I don't know, I guess to call it a shadow of clowns outside my house. I don't know what's going on."
The 4 robots that they have in Bloemfontein are all switched off today. They don't need them.
Oh gosh!
All 20 of them are here. That little dorpy of Bloemfontein.
Yeah. I can't believe no one got dressed as the Joker. I mean, that was the obvious clown choice.
Well, I had a
serious.
I had a conversation with Rudy. He said, "I have no idea how much this is costing me." He said, "But I probably need to win the prize to cover it."
Yeah. There's a lot of players that actually needed to come in the top 3. I mean, Nick Gara needed to come in the top 3 just to pay his bar tab.
Yeah. There we go. Nicky Zackham is going to pump this up. We haven't seen Nicky's cards, so we're sweating with MD Max.
Pocket nines. Nick Zackham has been one of the most consistent players throughout this tournament. I mean, like Alvin Pillay has been like a roller coaster. We've been watching his chip stack. He was 1 point at 250, he said, 1,000 chips. And then he went back to 1 million, or 1.8 million, he said, and then back down to 300 again, and then back up. Whereas Nick Zackham has been staying consistent, one of the most consistent players throughout this tournament, always having chips, always having that big chip stack. So it shows you that in a tournament, different players have different journeys. You know, you could go, some players, I mean, we've heard the chip in a chair, some players have had 1 chip and then worked it way back up, where some players have had it consistent. And I think I would prefer the 1 chip back up story, because I mean, that's a cool story to tell your friends. You know, you go like, "Oh, bro, I was at 1 chip and I won the tournament." I mean, that's like always a cool story to have.
Indeed it is. So the blinds have just gone up in. They are now 60, 120, 120 on the big blind ante. So 1.2 million is 10 big blinds.
Wow, yeah.
That puts it into perspective, though.
Like, now look at Ryan. He's got pocket aces, 1.4. He's actually a low stack,
Yeah, he's got like 12 bigs.
Yeah.
And if you factor in the big blind ante, it actually cuts them in half. So you actually have about 6 bigs. So you got to think it in those terms. And, you know, he's just flat called here, and you know why? He wants to get people to call him. He wants to get people to raise him. And it will smell.
Yeah,
Everybody will smell this. There's a lot of good players here.
Yeah, they got to know Ryan is a good enough player.
And you might even hear somebody say, I'm not calling you because you limped in.
But did he just limp?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he raised to
Raised.
250, but I mean, it's a limp raise, basically.
basically
It's not
it's just a
much.
min click, yeah.
And then in the cut-off, a Jack-9 gets out of the way. So now the three players that may challenge him. Nick Zackham is on the button.
He's got nothing to
You
fight
get rid
back
of it,
with.
so now it's the blinds. Warwick Wigan with 9-4, he'll
Sissa
give
got
that
nothing
up.
to play with.
So he's just hoping that Olvin has a hand here.
Oh, and he
Alvin-
doesn't. He's not getting paid on his aces. Unless he tries to do something.
Well, he's
Ooh.
raised it to 2 and a bit big blinds. So Olvin's already committed half of that in his blinds already, so he's going to call.
If there's a king on the flop, we could see some chips going.
We could. 3, 4, 6.
He's actually got a straight draw. He's got a cut shot to the straight.
And backdoor hearts for Ryan, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, Ryan, a very strong favourite here with 82% equity in the hand.
I really like how Alvin and Ryan keep their shades on. They're really using the shades to full effect.
I hate these things at the poker table, I've got to be honest.
I think it's quite a classic.
Yeah, it is, but
It
I
is,
just
yeah.
don't like it.
I myself like to wear sometimes sunglasses at the
I've
poker
sat
table.
beside you watching playing against you, and so you forget I know these things.
Yes, yeah.
You're in my book now. I have all the best players like in the front page, and then sort of the next page is sort of the mediocres, and then the next page is like people coming through, and then at the back I have a section for the fish. Well, you're in the next book on. You're in the next book after that.
This is the roast of Ian today. What's going?
Yeah, you haven't made it into the book yet. I'm just kidding you.
I'm not that
You're
bad.
actually playing very nicely. I've seen your game come on considerably over the last year or so. So you're
sure,
doing
thanks,
very well.
Gary.
You're doing very well. I know I mess with you, but you just got to switch the phone off or block that girlfriend of yours when you're playing poker.
Yes, yeah. That's the one thing. Where are you? Where are you?
She wants you to come home, be nice. That's
Yeah.
the problem. And you can't be playing poker, which is far more important than the girlfriend. I got to say.
Yes, I mean,
Unless you're married, then it's the other way around.
yeah, but I mean, poker is such a. What did he call? He called. This is interesting. We are having a pot brewing right here.
No help. Brick on the turn. I remember
Will he
that
call
day
another street?
I remember the day that you doubled up when you were trying to get out, and you ended up shutting
Yes.
your phone off.
Yeah.
So she didn't call you.
Yes.
Classic.
So-
How to make friends and influence people. I bet you got roasted when you got home for that one.
Yes, yeah. I was at a tournament trying to leave because my girlfriend wanted me home, and then I went all in on really mediocre hands. Ended
And
up
won.
doubled up like 3 times, and I'm like, babe, sorry, I'm staying.
Block. All good stuff.
See what Ryan's going to do. It's going to be interesting to see how much he's going to go.
I would like a cheeky check back.
Oh, he shoves.
Yeah. And the lights come down, it's all red
It's
on
a
the
fold.
feature table.
Yeah, I mean, if there was the 5 on the turn, I don't think Ryan. I don't think he's putting him on a deuce. Oh, he could. He was in the blinds.
5 on the turn would have been such a sick card.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
But Ryan getting a lot of chips actually from that hand. I mean,
Huge.
how much did he get there? Probably about 1 million chips.
Yeah, max value. Max value. So we'll see a chip count in a moment.
See, one hand here, you can see you just start stacking the greens.
Ryan is up to 2 million and some change now, so he certainly spun it up nicely. There you go. There's a
See,
chip count.
that's why I really would have liked to see a fold from King 2 in the small blind there. You got to really choose your hands wisely now, because you can it takes a lot of your chips just by choosing a hand. You see, now he got him involved on the flop because of the gut shot.
Do you think that Adrian has got a lot of patience having that stuck on the end of his nose? Do you think it's getting cramping his style?
I mean, I think this
You
man has.
have to admire him, man.
No, I do. I mean, he's been playing also. He's like one of the, how do you say, dark horses of this tournament.
Yeah, he's played very well.
I mean, to get to this final table, I mean, Ryan Brewer, who's an international player, who's won many tournaments, and we've got now Adrian sitting right beside him, and same chip stack. I mean, he's playing with the best of them.
He has left the shudder, and he's flying solo.
Yeah,
The clown shudder has left him alone.
yeah. He's a solo clown.
A clown of solo nature. Not so low that he might lose.
No. Two players that are playing Actually, three. I would say there's three players for me.
Tell me.
Max Devison, Sugan, and Ryan.
Yeah.
Those three, I think, are just really one. You can see they are got killer instincts. They want to win. They want to win this tournament. They
Okay.
just want to cash.
So whenever people come and sit in this seat in here, I say to them,
I'm happy.
who's going to win the tournament?
I mean, fold it.
And I'm going to give you first choice of all the names on this
You'd
list.
think that somebody could three.
I like this. Okay, I was a fan, a real fan of Warwick.
Yep.
I like his look, but I must say, I want
You're going to put the bromance aside, yeah? Go on.
bromance aside, and I'm gonna say it's between two players.
You can have two.
It's between three players.
Oh,
so
no.
Okay, no, I'm saying that it's between three players, but I'll pick a winner. It's between
Okay.
Ryan, Sugan, and Max.
Yep.
And I really want to see Sugan take it down.
Okay, so I'm just going to put here Ian Barsugan. Okay. And you can't say this out loud, but I'm just going to write down here who I think is going to win it. Okay, so we'll keep that a secret.
Okay.
We'll
So
get Chris involved in a little while.
yes.
And he can't pick our runner. So,
So it shows you that I'm quite on the money with my thought process, because just by seeing who you had down.
you are very intuitive. That's a big word for the afternoon.
Yes, yeah, intuitive.
Intuitive.
And
I was an English major, by the way.
Do you know? And you know what's a so cool word that I learned from Breaking Bad? Fastidious.
Fastidious. I'm quite fastidious when it comes to study.
Yeah. You know what that word means?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite a cool word.
My
Walter
favourite
White.
word is ultra-crepidarian.
What does that mean?
Well, you see, the ultra-crepidarians, and it's a word, it's a thing.
It
You're
sounds
looking at me like I'm lying.
It sounds like an LGBTQ term.
No, it's not. Ultra-crepidarian means, describes a person who will offer you an opinion about something they know nothing.
Oh wow.
Ultra-crepidarians. There's a few of them in there, trust me.
Yes, yeah.
They will offer you an opinion on something they have absolutely no knowledge. Look it up. There you go.
Nice one. That's the
yours
word
for-
of the day.
How can you get that into a sentence in an interview?
I
That's
can't
the
even say the
challenge.
word. Oh, say it again.
Ultra-crepidarian.
Crepidarium. Ultra-crepidarium.
And it's ultra and then C-R-E-P. Crep.
Oh, Max is taking the lead right on the turn. Daniel let him get through by checking the flop. Max has got a bet now. Or, if he checks back, Daniel might bet the river. I think I like a check back here to let him try and bluff the river. Try and say to let him know, like, oh, I also didn't hit. You know, check back, yes, what? And he does it too, setting the trap. What a beautiful check that was by
Very
Max.
nice, very nice.
And now he's giving him Daniel rope to bluff, which he might do. And he checks it. Nice by Daniel. You can see these boys are really dialed in and focused. This is really captivating stuff. That is actually a really cool word, and
You can
I
write
want to
that down
keep
in
that
your
in my
book.
vocabulary.
No,
Yeah.
you're going to write that in your book. My challenge to you
Yeah.
for a coffee or a Coke is how can you get that into an interview today? That word.
I'm going to do that actually.
That is your challenge, to get the word ultra-crepidarian,
Ultra-crepidarian.
which means someone who gives an opinion on something they know nothing about,
And
into a sentence today.
We all know that guy at the party.
Yeah, we do. You just got to find him.
Yeah, you mentioned something about politics or Donald Trump, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." It's actually, it's not. They don't call him Donald Trump. Actually, it's Donald H. Trump, and
Yeah.
he obviously Googled something. He saw something on the news that day, and now he's just rambling it off to you.
The word of the day. It looks like Lambert's going to put some.
Is he
chips
gonna
in the
pay him
middle.
off?
He's going to pay him off.
Wow, I thought he checked back because he knew he was losing.
Back to Max. And Max will be putting those chips into his little stackaroonie
Wow,
there.
Max is playing unbelievable poker.
And he's got a good rail. His wife is here, and Joe Steggers, who he used to
And you see,
live in Tanzania, same
Yeah.
place when I lived there. So they're buddies. And you'll find that Max is moving up the leaderboard. This is the VPIP, so voluntary put into pots, in other words, like an aggression type level. Anand has been up there. Ryan and Daniel have been quite active, as has Olvin and Max. And we always say 25 to 35% is a good percentage. So if you're over
No.
that, it means you're pretty aggressive. Here's your chip count, Max at the top, the old Poms, 6.9 million, 57 bigs, and Sugi on 11 is near the danger zone.
Yes. So, as we see now, I just want to point out two things now. You see how Max played that hand, very important, especially at the final table. He hit his jack, top pair, and most players, right, including myself, especially at final table, you get excited now that you're ahead and normally bet that. The check back, not disguising that he has the jack, very good play there. And then also I want to mention the VPIP now, which you were just mentioning. Yesterday we saw Ryan, when I interviewed him, mention that. He said he noticed Denzel's VPIP, that he was playing a lot of hands. So you see, that's how good players start getting a strategy. He said he knew that, and that's why he was calling him every time, and then that's how he won a big pot off him with the pocket tens hand. So two things to keep aware of if you want to increase your game. Start noticing players' VPIP. We got an all-in here. Oof.
Sugi's all in. As we said, he had to make a move.
Max,
Found himself 2 cards.
Max Devison might call him off here.
But he's
and-
already put 250 in the middle.
okay, I'm
The
gonna.
action is with Nick Zackham.
If Max calls, I'm gonna jump out. Hey Gary.
Just remember you're connected by a headset
Yes, I'll take it off here.
before you jump out.
So I'm gonna jump across to see if.
It is quite possible that Max will...
Oh, he
call.
won't go all in now.
No, Nick Zackham's all in, so Max will get away. Yeah, Max will get out of the way. Give up the 250. King Queen versus Ace Queen. So Sugi in a bit of trouble here, needs to find a king.
Chances.
And it runs out clean for the Ace and Sugi will leave the table.
Well played, bro.
Bad luck, well played, man. Good game.
King Jack.
I had to.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I had King Jack anyway.
Man. Okay, so we're at the final table of the David Rosenthal Memorial Tournament. Sugan has just been out, and I'm just so bleak right now. He was actually my horse. Sugan, I know you don't want to talk too much right now, but what do you think was a crucial mistake that you made at the final table that you wish you had adjusted?
In fact, there wasn't really a mistake. It was literally, I turned a set of sixes and he was drawing to a queen, and he spikes the queen and makes it straight. So
I didn't see that hand. Okay, so
that was, that made me quite short stack. I mean, that hand itself would have set me up to just 5 million something. I would have been sailing, but it's poker. It happens. Nothing I can do.
But you played actually so well, Sugan. I mean, wow, you were right in there. So you're saying you just got unlucky with that one hand with the queen it was on the river. I obviously missed that hand.
It was riveted. So, but it is what it is. We try to play our best, but sometimes you get these bad beats. You just got to take it and move on.
Are you going to play any other tournaments?
Yeah, I'll be playing all of them except maybe the high roller, but yeah, you'll see me for the balance of the tournament.
Guys, keep an eye out for Sugan here. He is playing phenomenal poker. Thank you, Sugan, and good luck in the other events.
Thanks, man. Cool.
Shot.
Cheers.
Are you my horse? My horse. Oh, I'm so upset, but there's still awesome poker to be played. And I mean, we got Max Devison, we got Ryan Bauer, still playing phenomenal poker. Brilliance, excellent, compelling, captivating stuff. Stay tuned for the business end of the final table. David Rosenthal Memorial Tournament, and this tournament is in honor of his memory. We are at the final table right now. Let's get back to the action.
So Ian left my side, went outside, got all excited, and he's going to come back in and calm down now. So he did have Sugi as his horse, so he'll have to pick a new horse, and it would appear he already owes me money. I do like a good little side bet. Okie dokie. Back to the action on the table. Ace-6 suited for Anand. Anand been quite quiet this morning. Not really had many cards to play with. 120,000 is the cost of entry, and at this stage it's very rare to see players limping in. There'll definitely be a raise here. Raise to 250,000. Nick with 2 spades gets out of the way. Worthy of note, he's folded those spades with Anand's hand. Warwick Wigan, Queen 5. Frustration continues, but he's been patient. Good for you, sir. John gets out of the way. Ryan gets out of the way. 2 spades for Daniel Lamberti. Kings for Max. And the rich seem to get richer.
And there we go. And as I walk into the booth, Max Davison with, what are we calling them now? The Tenacious,
King Kong.
Tenacious D.
The Tenacious D, King.
Here is a man that you see. He's a applaud. He's a he's a shiny golden god.
So, you already owe me money, you know that
I
already.
know. I was just about to say to you, can I pick a new horse?
Yeah, that's he came 9th.
Eighth,
I'd like
wasn't it?
to. No, 9th. There's 9 players.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to introduce my new friend Ian. He's an ultra crepidarian. He knows nothing about picking players. See, I got it into a sentence
There
already.
we go.
So you can now pick another one, but we're going to have a silent pick, okay? So you can point to a name.
Now I know this guy's going to win.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
He's definitely winning this tournament.
So you're already one Coca-Cola down.
Yeah,
to me.
I owe you a Coke, that's for sure. I mean, Sugan, I did obviously miss that hand. Can you tell me about that hand where Sugan got crippled, he said?
I wasn't here either. I came in after it.
Because apparently he said he had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 million, basically the same stack as Max, and then he lost about 3-4 million chips on a hand where he flopped a set of 6s, and someone needed a...
Oh yes, I was here for it. Daniel Lamberti made a flush on the turn. So, yeah, he turned a set of 6s, and Daniel turned down the heat, let Sugi walk straight through the door into the trap, and
Did the turn card bring Daniel a flush?
No, the flush, and also the 6 came, and he made a set. Sugi. Board
Man.
didn't pair on the river. 700,000 was the sizing by Daniel, and he paid him off.
Wow, yeah.
And there was a bit of money in the pot already.
Yeah,
So,
he said he lost a big chunk there. So unlucky for Sugan there. Anand. This has been playing a solid game. I like the outfit, cowboy. I mean, I'm a fan of a cowboy costume when playing poker, because I love how it brings it back to the old 1800s.
Aces and 8s.
Yes, I just love that story, and I love the fact that, like, you know, we were playing poker for so long. I mean, it's probably, they were playing it before there was cell phones, before there was gold, before people found out about gold. People were playing poker because I don't know why. I think that it's just boredom. I mean, there was nothing to do. You couldn't go on Facebook. You couldn't watch TV. You couldn't do much. So they were like, let's gamble. And I mean, do you know how many players would perish? I mean, imagine killing a guy because he beats you with like a hand like 7-5 or something, and you've got aces. I mean, it was quite a risky game to play back in those days.
I see.
Yeah.
I couldn't have put it better myself. Don't mess with me, I'll stick a bullet in your back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You look down at pocket ace, you're like, you know what, I'll fold.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved with these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, how did you settle arguments?
Yeah.
With my 2 friends, Smith and Weston.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually telling a story at a poker table one time, which is quite cool. I was watching, you know, Porn Stars, not the one that you're thinking, like
I was in his shopping when I went to the World Series. I went to visit him.
yeah, PAWN, that kind of porn. A guy was
We
selling.
don't judge here, by the way. It's fine.
Yeah, we all know, we all flick to that channel once in a while. I mean, I'm on season 8 of the other one. But there was a guy selling his grandfather's ring, a 6-shot ring gun. So you flip, it's got a trigger here, you flick it back, and it the hammer clamps down, and you can actually shoot a bullet, 6 shots on your. So it's a ring gun. I mean, and his grandfather used it when playing poker. So it was a real thing. People had guns.
Just cut away from the gun thing. Ace Queen Max Davison all in for 6.9 million.
Alvin should not call this.
What did I tell you about Max Davison knowing how to play the big stack?
Yeah.
Puts you straight under pressure for all your chips. Gosh, let's go.
And I mean, he must have probably about, what, 30% of the chips in play?
7.4 million.
He's got practically most of the chips.
I'll get my guys to bring up the timing screen, and that'll tell you what the average stacks are, and then we'll be able to work that one out, because it'll tell us the total chips in play. I don't recall off the top of my head.
And here's a fun fact for you.
Look, it's going to come up on your screen right now. 3, 2, 1, initiative by magic. So there you go, total amount of chips in play. How many is that? 2,580,000.
I mean,
holy guacamole.
Wow.
That can't be right.
What is the first place?
£1 million.
£1 million. Oh man, that is just such cool prize money. I mean, £1 million. You're a millionaire if you win this tournament. We're going to crown a millionaire today.
Are you going to let him in your club, the millionaire club?
Yeah, he's allowed, yeah.
The guy who wins, because you're a millionaire, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, naturally, I mean, you know, man of your talents has probably got like 20 million, no?
No, not that much.
Oh, okay. All right. You're getting there, though.
I'm not Elon Musk, you know.
Are you not? No. They told me you were Elon. Get out! Get out! If you're not Elon Musk, who are you?
Oh, shucks. Here's a fun fact for you. So back in the, as we were saying, the 1800s, the condom was invented in 1858. To get you like your head around that, the train was invented 50 years earlier, 1804.
Okay.
And why they used that was people were just having kids. They didn't know how to stop having kids. I mean, that's such a crazy thought to me. I mean, you got guys like, I mean, I've got 16 kids, and then this guy walks in, obviously, Jesse James type character, always hooking up with the ladies. Obviously, we had one guy who invented the pulling out game.
Nice.
You know, and then we were like, Jesse, tell us your secret. How are you not having kids?
Do you know that condoms have a serial number on them?
It's not on yet.
Really?
You roll them right down to the end, and right at the bottom there's a serial number, but obviously you wouldn't have seen it. I'd just like to say, folks.
Oh my gosh!
I'd just like to say, folks, there's competition for that professional comedian in the ranks.
No, that was good.
Gotcha. Hang on,
was
let's get back to the action. 799 here. Queen Jack versus 10 Jack.
Oh, is Gary really doing the roast comedy really well, yeah?
I got to aspire, you know.
Oh, well done. You got me there.
Okay, and you can have that one for free. Coming out as a Ian Young act in the future, sponsored by Gary Allen. There you go.
580,000.
Okay, so the bet comes in, and 580,000. And bear in mind, folks, just to balance your minds here, big blind is now 120,000. And if you factor in the big blind ante, that's 240,000, just out of one player stack on one rotation. And of course, then you add in the 60,000 for the small blind, and we're up to 300k per rotation, dead money in the middle. A lot of cheddar.
A lot of cheddar.
Did you write that down? Serial
Yes,
number.
I did.
Serial number. You are welcome, sir. It's better than my dolphins, sir. You don't like dolphins. They are clicky, though.
Yeah, clicky. Well, that gets me thinking about the Chinese population. I mean, how much have they got in the population in China?
I have no idea, but I do believe that the Asian Chinese, I think there's 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 people in the world is a Chinese person.
I mean, their birth control, they need to really get on that. I mean, get the science of that. I'm sure it doesn't work. I mean, I'm sure a lady goes to the doctor in China and is like, listen, I hate sick. And he's like, you're pregnant. No, I know already. I don't even have to ask. You're just pregnant.
I'm trying to get that
because there's so much population when a woman goes.
But they have a law which has been relaxed somewhat, I believe, And I'm not quoting from experience or whatever, it's my understanding that you can only actually have one child per family.
Yes.
And there are exceptions to that in the event that you have twins or whatever. But and that's how they control their birth rate, because there are so many people. And harsh as it seems to be effective.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Nick Zackham with King Queen here will come in for a bit of a race. Nick's sitting on 6.4 million, so another dark horse.
Actually, yeah, hey? He's actually very close to Max Devison's stack.
But as I keep telling people, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah.
Too nice in that work, you're going to get it.
You know, the route there can be any route as long as you get to the end and win. And Warwick continues to be card dead, and he continues to be patient. These are going to the muck. Look at it.
Yes, he's really getting cut cards, must be honest.
And Warwick has to give up his big blinds, and as we know, that's 240k.
That's a lot.
That 240k goes straight into the coffers of Nick Zackham,
Straight into one of the chip leaders at the table.
and we're playing 25k final table here, and there's a guy with a red nose and a stupid hat sat at the table.
I can't believe he's wearing that nose throughout. I can't believe he hasn't taken it off.
No, Krudos, he's kept that nose on. He has slipped into character, and he is staying there. It looks like one of his family just approaching him there.
Yes, yeah. One of his shadows.
That could be one of his older relatives.
Did you watch the Joker?
Honestly believe.
I did. I quite enjoyed it actually. And I'm not the biggest fan of the Batman stuff and that.
Oh man, Batman, one of the coolest superheroes. The Batman voice.
So
Can you
there's
do
a
the
good-
Batman voice?
There's a great line where they get in the Batmobile and the car won't start because the battery's flat. And Batman says to Robin, "Check the battery." And he says, "What's a tree?"
Gary with the jokes today.
You like that?
Yeah, that's a good one. Check the battery.
What's a tree?
What's a tree?
No, random jack.
You can write that one down as well.
Oh my goodness.
I'm giving you plenty. I should be getting royalties
Okay,
off you.
no, but then it's time for me to tell a good joke. Yeah, okay. You ready for mine? Okay. So, my neighbor has got Alzheimer's, and every morning he strolls over to my door, knocking on the door, and he looks for his wife, and this happens 4 or 5 times a day. And that means 5 times a day I've got to tell this man that his wife has been dead for quite some time. But it's worth it just to see the smile on his face.
That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Okay, folks, you can write in. Feel free. My jokes versus Ian's. Marks out of 10. You're a sick puppy. Pocket 8's here for Alvin. He raises it up, and Warwick will lose another blind, a small blind this time, 60,000. Adrian embracing the clown nose there. Oh, his nose is gone.
Yeah, the nose
It's
is
all
gone.
over.
It's weird because the best hand you have is.
How often do you have to go chasing your nose around the floor?
That's like the best hand you have.
Don't answer that.
Okay.
That's why I can't bet that big.
The nose is back on. Adrian is back in character.
Plus, you can have a set.
I mean, Ryan and Adrian can be a good clown
How
act.
many bullets
Yeah.
Jalen in for?
The Bear Grylls
Mostly you just have like
look versus the clown.
Never seen an
Yeah.
anyone doing
They're
anything.
talking to clowns. There's Darren Kramer in the background.
quite a nice bluff though. But
Oh
Why
wow.
is it? What is he up to, Kramer? I thought he'd be in the team event.
Ryan's just picked up pocket queens.
So the ladies that never go out alone. Welcome back, Mr. Brian. I enjoy watching Ryan play.
No, he is really
And
super
Ryan
cool.
used to do commentary
Oh, really?
back in the old Fixed Peak days and stuff, and the All Africa stuff. But they used to do it, and he'll tell you, ask him, they used to they put a clip together, and then they do the voiceover afterwards. So they weren't doing it live. So they got to be a bit more creative and inventive on the basis they knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Unlike us who jump up and down when that sick card comes on the turn of the roof.
Interesting to see what he's going to do here.
Oh, he's going to raise it up, obviously. 300k in the middle. You can bet the pot here.
So 820 is the blinds. He raises it up to. See, it's almost like a min click.
So I said he's going to raise the pot. And
Warwick's
Warwick's
still got nothing.
crappy hand. Through to the blinds. Alvin Pillay get rid of those. So only he with the nose to defend.
No one had a hand
I'll
here.
tell you now, he will know those cards are live and he's going to call. There you
Wow,
go.
look at this. Well, it was only a min click. He was in the small blind. He had
And
some
it's,
money invested.
Suited connectors.
If
So-
it comes 3-3 something, or fireworks.
3-3 queen maybe. That'd be interesting. So a safe board for the queens. Adrian is going to continue here to.
What is he? He is bluffing at this. Look at this.
He's setting this up for a river, for a big river push.
What is going on here?
Let's get back to Ryan.
The clown with a stone cold bluff here.
Yeah,
And Ryan is licking his lips. He's going, I'm loving this.
Have you noticed that Ryan's sunglasses have turned the same colour as Adrian's jacket?
Yeah.
Do you think
They're
that's a thing?
starting to match up, line up there.
They're-
They're on the same menstrual cycle.
I don't know if we. No, I don't like that. Sorry. Anyway, let's move swiftly on. It's a safe board, I think, for Ryan. I mean,
Ryan,
the fact that Adrian is putting those chips it would suggest it's more of a draw board than it is anything else. But he can give him pocket tens, I suppose, pocket nines or pocket fives.
he's really, see, I love the way he's
He's
playing
going to be
this.
all in here.
Nah, he shouldn't have shoved there. But Adrian was representing the 10 there.
Yeah, he
So
was lining up for a river bluff. So sniffed out by Ryan and well played. And the queens will take it down. 720,000 for the good.
I think Adrian put him on ace queen or ace king, so he missed. So
There's a
thought he
nice
could
view
steal
of
it.
the, nice view of the feature
that
table
gutsy
there.
when I
Picked
got
up
an
by our
overpair,
camera
I
guys. Devison 61 bigs. Exackham 55.
And I'd be
And
stupid to lie when
15
it's
bigs for
gonna be
Adrian
on TV
now,
in
having took that
2023.
hit with 1.8 million. You see there, Sugi,
I'm a nut.
ninth place, 42,000 was his payout, so well done to him. Okay, Stelios, Tickless. Nice table, intense play. Good luck, everybody. Circus of clowns. Stel, behave yourself. There's Joe Steggers outside. Stelios is saying lol. Joe Steggers. I can't pronounce it, but it's something that.
To Presley.
Yeah, it's Stelio's favourite saying. He's a Greek.
Oh.
Not working.
Stelio and I go back a long way.
Not working.
If I had $1 for every game of poker I paid in his casino in Dar es Salaam, I wouldn't be sat here. I'd be on my yacht in the Caribbean.
There we go.
Anyhow, still, I haven't written back to you, but my very best to you, Sylvia, and the team up there at the Seacliff Hotel and Casino in Dar es Salaam in sunny Tanzania. Spent many
See,
a
and
day
also Max Devison, also another note to point out, when you have chips, you must put pressure on the short stacks, but
Yes.
you don't need to take unnecessary risks,
Nope.
which a lot of players do when they've got a lot of chips.
Okay, so we got a hand, sorry to cut across, your hand developing here, pocket nines. Warwick has found ace 10
Finally
suited,
found a hand.
which must feel like aces. And
He
you know,
throws it away.
how is that for discipline for Warwick
Wow.
Regan?
Ace 10 suited, he throws it away. Wow.
If he'd have known what Daniel had, he might have played, but you have to realise that he's got Adrian on his left and Alvin.
Adrian with a lesser hand than ace 10, and actually
I think he's getting involved.
he called 3-4. He's definitely calling king queen
Ryan
suited.
gets out of the way.
And if Warwick sees an ace on the flop, he's going to be kicking himself.
No.
Oof, what a flop.
So
Daniel got the
all
flush
diamonds.
draw.
All diamonds.
No.
2 overs. Check for deception from Adrian. Looking for Daniel to continue. Daniel is going to oblige here, I'm sure.
I don't. If I have 2.5 million, then I'll just small raise. Right?
We might see the chips go in here.
Never. No, I just think that like he's calling anyway with a 10, even with a 9.
I think he's going to call this.
Said, like, I just
Yeah.
he lucked it.
He has to call this.
He's trying to represent like,
Top pair. But I think if another diamond comes, it'll slow down the play.
then I have 2-4 off.
Adrian still ahead with the king. No jokes at the table thus far. He's just pure seriousness. Absolutely dialed in, laser focused at the moment, Adrian Becker. And the kings hold.
Adrian will continue, and Daniel has to decide whether or not his nines are good.
And I like this bet. It's not too much.
Well, I think he wants a caller.
Yeah.
So we have our survivor winner in the railing us here.
Dino Paolo.
I spent an hour chatting with him last night.
Really?
Nice fella.
Yeah, very nice
Very
guy.
interesting background.
Yeah. You can see he's...
And talked about the hard times and the good times in his life as well.
Yeah.
Do you know he owns a business for escape rooms?
Skate rooms? What's
Escape rooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's super cool. I haven't done one of those yet, but apparently they're awesome.
Apparently so.
And Daniel makes a good lay down there.
Yeah, indeed he does.
I mean, Survivor must be intense. I mean, you're there on an island for a month. I mean, you know what will get to me is the mosquitoes and just no food. I won't be able to
McDonald's.
do it. Yeah. I mean, you eat literally just rice.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go, 3 days of just eating, and you got to share with your whole tribe. So you're eating half a bowl of rice at night.
Nice.
That is not going to, and then you got mosquitoes, spiders, bugs, snakes.
Can I tell you? I need to go on that diet.
Yeah, you need to go to Survivor. I think everyone should just go to Survivor if they want to lose weight.
Yeah.
And we can see that that was actually a very good laydown with the ace-10. Would have hit nothing.
Yeah. He's been very, very patient, Warwick.
So it shows you guys, if just because
Impressively
you see
so.
a suited ace, oh wow.
We haven't got suited aces here.
Max
we got two
Davison
different ones.
picking up the American Airlines over here, the Soul
Now,
Destroyers.
Let me just say, Max has been bossing with his big stack, so people will expect him to have a wide range. And
Yeah.
this is where these hands pay off.
Max, how do you keep forgetting the blinds when you raise 7 times around?
Short-term memory, you know.
Huh?
Anand calls with his sevens.
Huh? What did you say?
Short-term.
What was the question again?
The good thing is that Max has got everyone covered. So if anyone goes all in,
Ace
and
king for Alvin, the money's going in.
oh wow, okay. So that is going to be, he's walking into the bullets there. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do an exit interview.
So as the action develops in front of you, Ian's dashed off to do a quick interview. Be back momentarily. Pocket sevens for Anand. Alvin has misclicked here, so we're going to see Max Davison.
Total bet is?
2.6 million is the answer.
Just count it total. Don't take anything out. Just tell me what the total is.
2630, I think.
And the people at home have been thinking, why is he just not snap calling here? There's a player to play beside him. He wants to get all his money as well. That's why he's going through this process.
2630, right?
Just make that 400.
40, sorry.
264.
That's out by 10.
What he's trying to do here is get Anand to put his money in as well. Anand has to play after it. He's decided to isolate. Anand will be all into call. Let's see what Anand does.
This is like 5.5 million.
He snap folds.
Ace king against aces. Max's aces. Max just is
I had
dead.
7. I had 7.
That is just ridiculous.
I had 7.
Sevens.
So he needs some straight cards here. There's a queen, and another queen, and a 4, running diamonds only. Unless we see a jack or a 10 here.
Not the jack of diamonds, eh? That's
no
what we're
jack of
waiting
diamonds.
for, man.
And
Ace is full
it's
only,
been
eh?
nice. It's been nice.
He only made
Alvin
aces
will
full.
leave us. Max will pick up 3.2 million. Max, Alvin will leave us in 8th place.
You really played that so well, eh?
So there will be an exit interview for Alvin Pila. I suspect Ian might not find Alvin as receptive in terms of an exit interview as he did with Super.
I had 7. I could have gone all in.
Maybe just think of calling and then maybe get calls as well.
We just here, we've got another elimination at the final table at the David Rosenthal. Alvin Pillay, sorry to hear that you got knocked out. You played such a fantastic game. I mean, I was mentioning earlier that you had a roller coaster ride with your chip stack. You went down to 200, back to 2 million, back down to 300. How are you feeling right now?
Well, you know, ace king into aces, nothing you can do. Hand plays that out, but yeah, ace on the river didn't help.
Can you give us some insights about playing a final table? Because I know you played a lot of final tables. How does the game and play, strategies change when you enter a final table?
Already had a set, eh?
You know, a lot of people tighten the game, and sometimes the blinds, when it's big, then the guys shove lights. So it's not easy to call, especially if you don't have a strong hand. Yeah, so it changes a lot when you go, especially if the blind levels are big. And now the blinds are 60, 120. So you know, if you've got 2 million, it's not a lot.
Yeah, would you say that picking your hands is very crucial?
Yes, it is. And picking your spots and just playing as you get the cards. But you also got to get some luck.
Yeah, true. I mean, ace king, that's a premium final table.
Yeah.
And I mean, how does the chip leader get aces there? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's running too good.
He's just running hot, eh?
Yeah.
But well done, Alvin. You played such a fantastic game.
Thanks.
And
Thank
you
you.
made it into the money, and I'm sure we're going to see you at the other tables.
All right, thanks.
Right, well done.
Thank you.
That was Alvin Pillay, played a fantastic game. If I'm not mistaken, finishing 7th or 8th, one of the two. Really played a fantastic game, and we're going to get back to the action at the final table, David Rosenthal Memorial Tournament. Let's get back to the action.
Down to 7.
Max Davison strikes again.
Yeah, take it, thanks.
Extremely big chip leader with 10 million behind now. And Max will start to exercise those poker muscles of his as we've seen in the past. And like I said earlier to Ian, who is returning and putting his headset on as we speak, he knows how to play the big stack.
Check.
7.
Mark. Mark. Mark.
Well, I had you beat them before.
Ah, you caught a turn.
I mean, how does Max Davison, the chip leader, get pocket aces there in that spot versus ace king? I mean, he's just running hot like a rocket.
No bet on the river.
With least damage.
I know. And it's looking more and more like I'm
This
going
is
to
the
owe
best
you
spot.
a burger at lunch as well.
Just look at the bright side of life. You get to spend time with me. We can look into each other's eyes.
Oh, there
I
we
can
go.
tell you some more jokes for your act. And you can sift through them. Oh, dear.
Well, no, he's really helping me out here, Gary.
So Stelio says that Daniel will win this tournament. He's my choice. And that, you know, Dan, Stelio's not a bad judge of character, let me tell you. And Daniel is will be our dark horse, I think. But Warwick has been super patient. You know, Nick has got a big chunk of chips there as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people will be looking across at Anna and thinking, I want those chips. He will be targeted for sure.
Leonis. What? They're saying Daniel will win this tournament.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, did you?
That's
I
what
didn't
I
hear
was
you.
talking
Sorry.
about, yeah.
Sorry.
Stelio is the owner and proprietor of the Seacliff Hotel Casino resort in Tanzania.
I must say, but all the players in, I must say, even the final 2 tables played such really great poker.
Oh, indeed, we've been blessed with
I mean,
an
anyone who goes,
embarrassment of riches, as they say.
anyone who goes out now played a phenomenal game. Especially, I mean, even this Adrian. I mean, look at the RCM. I mean, he's just sitting there playing tights, and he's already now in 7th position.
Win a lot of cheddar.
Yeah. I mean, the pay jump, what is the pay jump from 7th to 6th?
I'll tell you in a moment.
And look at this. 10-8 suited. He calls the raise. Oh, no. You raised and he got it through. Okay.
Yeah.
And dealer telling Nick Zackham it's his big blind. Yes, yes, I've got it. I know. I'm putting my chips in now. Highway to the danger. That shirt that he's got, it's like Hawaiian. Hey, I'm having fun. I'm here to have a good time. This is what I do with my time. I play poker and you know, sometimes and I check out the chicks in the bikinis. This is what I do.
And also you fly jets in Top Gun. This is
Yes.
Tom Cruise you're talking to.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I fly out of planes, you know, sometimes I repel out of helicopters. Max Davison, the monster chip leader. I mean, look at that tower. Made the pyramids of Egypt there out of his chip stack.
And you know, even the way you stack your chips is important in poker. There's a psychological edge to displaying like a peacock your wares.
Yeah. And look at Max Davison doing that. I mean, we even spoke to Sugan about, he says he literally dresses up and makes an alter ego for the poker table to look intimidating. And he gets that through. So he wears specific rings and he wears specific chains to have that look. He says, players ask him, does he dress like that all the time? And he doesn't. Just specifically for poker. So as you're saying, people take everything into account, even the chip stack. I mean, as you can see, one of the best players at the table, and just by virtue of his chip stack, Max Davison is the only player stacking his chips higher and higher to make a tower to look very intimidating. And I must say, it's working, even just from the commentary booth.
We're intimidated.
Yeah. I'm intimidated. I wouldn't want to be looking at that chip stack.
In fact, our intimidation levels are up there.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like I'm a factor 9.
Yeah.
So, Nick Zackham, ace 10. 350 to call.
350.
It's too much. One back. Take one back.
There you go. One back, one back.
And how pure does Max Davison run?
I mean,
flops
look at
the
this.
joint. Flops the joint.
I can't believe this. He is just flopping the biscuits.
He won't like to see the diamond out there, but he's got the jack in his hand, so
I mean,
that's his safeguard. Nick with none, so Nick in a lot of bad shape here. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, the only way he can get, he even hits his jack.
So Nick is checked, I believe. That's what we're seeing on our information here. So the option is with Max.
Max has got to know he's good. He's going to bet at it, yeah.
1.4 million in the pot. This is coming in small.
Flops the straights.
Coming in super small. He wants him to play. 350.
Yeah, very small bet.
Into 1 point something million. I mean,
trying to induce a bluff at it.
I think we'll just keep quiet for a second here and see what we can hear Nick.
Oh, those raising chips. No, it's just calling chips.
Nick's in a quandary here.
I think he should let this one go.
No, he's going to fold. This is a little bit of Hollywooding. He wants to see if he can get a reaction out of Max. I told you at the beginning, don't give Max Davison chips. And when he's a big stack, he knows how to handle himself.
Right, players in the club checks, you'll have a dinner break at approximately. There's so many cards beating me. But I want to see your card.
Oh, he calls him off. He calls. He's going to see that he flopped the straight. Oh, Nick is like, ay, 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 what are you doing to me? You got me there. You got me.
So not that Max needed it, but he just won 1.1 million on top. So that takes Max up to over 11 million.
I mean, he must...
Is he lucky like this all the time? He flopped it. Yeah. Max Davison, ladies and gentlemen. Poker's not a
So
difficult game.
Brower thinks he's back as the commentary.
Yeah. Max Stevenson, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Like a good thing, yo, baby. That always, when a player runs hot, all the players tend to kind of talk about that. What is the deal? Are you dealing him all the good cards? What's happening over here?
You know, we all love to play poker, but we hate the guy who's on a run. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's tearing it up. He's on a heater. He's on a sun run. Whatever you want to call it.
Board by the river. Very bad.
So Candice Hartman says, so well played, Sugi. Well done. I'm sure he'll catch up with you later, Candice. But he'll appreciate your support. Okay, let's bring up the next hand on the system. Here we go. Adrian Becker. King 10 under the gun. He's gonna. What's he clicking here?
He's playing this final table as
like
if
a
he
clown.
Well, as if he was playing any other table.
Yeah.
You know, he's not. He's just playing all like any two cards. You know, whereas the other players aren't tend to be doing that. But this, you can actually take a lot of chips, but you can also lose a lot of chips. It's risky play.
King 10 from Adrian. Ace Queen suited from Ryan, which will come in for a raise.
And I mean, he's under the gun, and he calls, limps in. I mean, this is not a great move here.
Well,
like no way I can
it would set off alarm bells. Any player that limps in from early position is normally carrying the goods, you know.
Yeah, but I think Ryan, who's a very observant and aware player, knows that Adrian plays
I think Ryan raised there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did. He raised it up to about 400.
What?
Yeah, I'm seeing about 4 stacks of green on either side, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 450 about, somewhere there. Ryan sniffing that out, that Adrian plays a bit wild.
And Ryan will pick up. Okay, we're just catching up with our graphics.
Are we on a break? What's happening?
I can turn it off, yeah?
Are we on break?
And I do believe we are on a break. We'll just take a shot of the timing screen and see how long the break is for.
I know, and he just gets aces, ace, king, he flops straight.
No, but I'm happy to give me like a give me like a king 10 off.
Yeah.
Just give me something.
There you go, so it's a 15-minute break, and we'll be back, and the commentary team will change out. I think you've got another hour here, and I think Mark's coming. Are you coming in, Mark, now? Yes, Mark is coming in. And what a joy. There's been lots of action, and I'll leave it up to you and Mark to get it finished. You have been given the responsibility. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
This is very exciting, especially for me. I mean, I'm even shaking and a little bit nervous because we've got a Survivor winner. I'm a huge fan of Survivor, and we've got the previous winner, the last season winner right here, Dino Paolo. I mean, I'm so excited to be interviewing you right now.
Thanks, man. I share the nerves because I'm quite nervous being here. I don't play much on these major circuits, so I'm also shaking here, but I'm really looking forward to being here, being a part of the event, and I'm super stoked to be chatting to you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And I was just talking about Gary behind in the booth. I mean, there actually is quite a similarity between poker and Survivor, because I mean, Survivor, poker, all about lying. I mean, would you say that's true?
It's funny, I've actually used this comparison before, even getting on the show, and there's been a number of really good poker players who've actually done well on Survivor, and I think it's that element of both games have an element of luck, and it's about playing in such a way that that luck falls in your favor. So I think there are quite a few similarities. I've managed to crack the luck side of things on Survivor. I haven't quite done it out here just yet, but maybe things fall in my favor this time around.
Oh, well, so, when did you start playing poker? I mean, I don't even know that you played poker as well.
I'm quite a casual poker player, to be honest. I've played maybe for the last 14 years or so, but very casually, very socially. I've only been to a handful of events. I haven't cashed in any major event just yet, but I'm learning, and being amongst the pros is actually pretty cool. The more events like this I'll play, the better my game's going to get, and hopefully I'll get that elusive cash maybe this weekend.
I hope you do cash, actually. And also, wouldn't you say that another similarity between Survivor and poker is being able to read people and getting them on your side?
Yeah, so Survivor, the social game is quite massive, right, as you know. And I haven't quite figured the social side of poker out in terms of the reading people. It's a very different read, but I think once you find your comfort zone here and I understand this game a bit better, then that social side of poker might come through for me as well.
Yeah, I think it's because in Survivor you got to really make people like you. So I think you're obviously a charming guy, and that kind of works. In poker, it's more or less of picking up tells, picking up when someone's weak or they're strong in a specific hand or two. So I think start looking for tells, and there's a lot of tells like swallowing too much, stiff hands, playing too much with your chips, or acting really strong. Then he's weak, or if he's acting really weak, like, oh, I don't know if I can call, then he's really strong.
I'm going to take that advice on board, actually, because I haven't thought about it too much. Like with the first season of Survivor I played, I was known to be absolutely paranoid. I gave off the most ridiculous, skittish vibes that nobody would trust, and I got booted and sent home early, right? And I learned from that. So the second season I came back, I was far more relaxed, far more calm. I let my natural personality come through, which is quite nice. So I'm going to take that advice on board and be a bit more chill at the table and a bit more aware of players and what they're doing.
I'm sure you're going to do really well. Listen, I've got one more question for you, because of being such a huge fan of Survivor. Okay, this is a Survivor question. I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit off topic for the poker. Sorry to the people that hired me. But I want to know about the idol. And always when players are looking for the idol, I mean, is that true? Because I always thought in my head, like, was it there? Did they look for 20 minutes? Or is it generally that they look for like 3-4 hours?
So Survivor is very real, and it's way harder than you'll ever imagine. It's way harder than TV can even show, right? And in terms of idols, we look for hours and hours and hours across days and days and days. So when you see that like elusive idol find and that magic moment, and it's played out over 2 minutes on TV, that's like often days and hours of work that's been put into that by a number of players, and everybody else just missed it. So super, super hard. That little bit of luck as well involved, but yeah, super real.
I'm so happy that is real, actually, because I like to see the struggle when the guy's looking and he's having a tough time looking for it and he can't find it. So I'm happy that that's real. You didn't crush my dreams. Thank you so much. But I'm excited to see you on the poker floor and excited to see what hands you're going to play and chips, stacks that you're going to break. And hopefully you do well. Best of luck, Dino.
The race to Vegas is on with the Sunbet Poker Tour. You can earn points on our leaderboard at every stop around the country, and you can earn your way into the top 10 to go to Vegas in 2023.
Look at the sheer volume of beer on that rail there.
Yes, I mean,
of great concern. Once he's in there, the man's got moves.
I believe it. I'm ready.
And yes, yes indeed. There it is. Yes, back it up.
There it is.
Keep your eye on the leaderboard, and you could be winning your way all the way to Vegas in 2023 with Team South Africa. Let's go to WSOP. For more information, visit mjpt.co.za.
This is South Africa's most anticipated poker series, the series that could change your life. This is South Africa's most anticipated poker series, the series that could change your life.
very exciting, especially for me. I mean, I'm even shaking and a little bit nervous because we've got a Survivor winner. I'm a huge fan of Survivor, and we've got the previous winner, the last season winner right here, Dino Paolo. I mean, I'm so excited to be interviewing you right now.
Thanks, man. I share the nerves because I'm quite nervous being here. I don't play much on these major circuits, so I'm also shaking here. But I'm really looking forward to being here, being a part of the event, and I'm super stoked to be chatting to you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And I was just talking about Gary behind in the booth. I mean, there actually is quite a similarity between poker and Survivor, because I mean, Survivor, poker, all about lying. I mean, would you say that's true?
It's funny, I've actually used this comparison before, even getting on the show, and there's been a number of really good poker players who've actually done well on Survivor. And I think it's that element of both games have an element of luck, and it's about playing in such a way that that luck falls in your favor. So I think there are quite a few similarities. I've managed to crack the luck side of things on Survivor. I haven't quite done it out here just yet, but maybe things fall in my favor this time around.
Oh, well, so, when did you start playing poker? I mean, I don't even know that you played poker as well.
I'm quite a casual poker player, to be honest. I've played maybe for the last 14 years or so, but very casually, very socially. I've only been to a handful of events. I haven't cashed in any major event just yet, but I'm learning, and being amongst the pros is actually pretty cool. The more events like this I'll play, the better my games are going to get, and hopefully I'll get that elusive cash maybe this weekend.
I hope you do cash, actually. And also, wouldn't you say that another similarity between Survivor and poker is being able to read people and getting them on your side?
Yeah, so Survivor, the social game is quite massive, right, as you know, and I haven't quite figured the social side of poker out in terms of the reading people. It's a very different read, but I think once you find your comfort zone here and I understand this game a bit better, then that social side of poker might come through for me as well.
Yeah, I think it's because in Survivor you got to really make people like you, so I think you're obviously a charming guy, and that kind of works. In poker, it's more or less of picking up tells, picking up when someone's weak or they're strong in a specific hand or two. So I think start looking for tells, and there's a lot of tells like swallowing too much, stiff hands, playing too much with your chips, or acting really strong. Then you know he's weak, or if he's acting really weak, like, oh, I don't know if I can call, then you know he's really strong.
I'm going to take that advice on board, actually, because I haven't thought about it too much. Like with the first season of Survivor I played, I was known to be absolutely paranoid. I gave off the most ridiculous, skittish vibes that nobody would trust, and I got booted and sent home early, right? And I learned from that. So the second season I came back, I was far more relaxed, far more calm. I let my natural personality come through, which is quite nice. So I'm going to take that advice on board and be a bit more chill at the table and a bit more aware of players and what they're doing.
I'm sure you're going to do really well. Listen, I've got one more question for you, because of being such a huge fan of Survivor. Okay, this is a Survivor question. I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit off topic for the poker. Sorry to the people that hired me. But I want to know about the idol. And always when players are looking for the idol, I mean, is that true? Because I always thought in my head, like, was it there? Did they look for 20 minutes? Or is it generally that they look for like 3-4 hours?
So Survivor is very real, and it's way harder than you'll ever imagine. It's way harder than TV can even show, right? And in terms of idols, we look for hours and hours and hours across days and days and days. So when you see that like elusive idol find and that magic moment, and it's played out over 2 minutes on TV, that's like often days and hours of work that's been put into that by a number of players, and everybody else just missed it. So super, super hard. That little bit of luck as well involved, but yeah, super real.
I'm so happy that is real, actually, because I like to see the struggle when the guy's looking and he's having a tough time looking for it and he can't find it. So I'm happy that that's real. You didn't crush my dreams. Thank you so much. But I'm excited to see you on the poker floor and excited to see what hands you're going to play and chips, stacks that you're going to break. And hopefully you do well. Best of luck, Dino.
The race to Vegas is on with the Sunbet Poker Tour. You can earn points on our leaderboard at every stop around the country, and you can earn your way into the top 10 to go to Vegas in 2023.
Look at the sheer volume of beer on that rail there.
Yes, I mean,
of great consequences in there. The man's got moves.
I believe it. I'm ready.
Wait, oh. And yes, yes indeed. There it is. Yes, back it up.
There it is.
Keep your eye on the leaderboard, and you could be winning your way all the way to Vegas in 2023 with Team South Africa. Let's go to WSOP. For more information, visit mjpt.co.za.
This is South Africa's most anticipated poker series, the series that could change your life. This is South Africa's most anticipated poker series, the series that could change your life.
This is very exciting, especially for me. I mean, I'm even shaking and a little bit nervous because we've got a Survivor winner. I'm a huge fan of Survivor, and we've got the previous winner, the last season winner right here, Dino Paolo. I mean, I'm so excited to be interviewing you right now.
Thanks, man. I share the nerves because I'm quite nervous being here. I don't play much on these major circuits, so I'm also shaking here. But I'm really looking forward to being here, being a part of the event, and I'm super stoked to be chatting to you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And I was just talking about Gary behind in the booth. I mean, there actually is quite a similarity between
Hi, my brother. Send me a card, boy. My best hand, I think, I queen nine off.
I never. And you were like, in the hand, you were like,
wow, what did I do?
What time we were King 6? What's going on there? What time we went to? I don't know.
Give us a hand.
What's going on there?
You know, the best I can do is to give you 2 cards. That's all I want. I'd like 2 cards. I'll give you 2 cards. You guarantee.
What's going on?
Thank you, my brother. Hopefully the card is going. What are they? I can't tell you. I don't
Come back from break and then we don't fucking talk.
Is there a reason why the clock's paused?
Okay, guess what is happening now, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to announce the winner, randomized draw, completely random, of 2 Man United tickets that are going to be going to Old Trafford, and we're going to spin the wheel right now. This is going to be flipping cool. We're going to see completely random. We're spinning the wheel. It's happening now. Deal or no deal? Caitlin will tell me the name. Who's winning 2 Man United tickets? Warwick Wigan! Oh my gosh, Tom Cruise! There we go. The Italian Tom Cruise wins the tickets. And what do you have to say?
Come on, Man United. No jokes, come on.
Literally the worst team. Huh? Shout out to the worst team? I'm joking.
Is this neutral or what? Gonna get my Man United people together for him. We're gonna sort him out later. Don't worry, brother. Enjoy your last interview. It's gonna be a good one.
Just kidding, just kidding. I love Man United. Okay, this one. Yes, okay, cool. And then we are also announcing the winner of the 50,000 Rand best dress. Can you guess who it is? Franco, won't you guess for us? Guess. Huh?
The circus dealer.
Hey, he's absolutely correct. The circus dealer wins. Where's Rudolph Marie? Rudolph, come here, you clown. The richest clown in the room. Let's check who the best dressed was. I mean, all the jokers, all the clowns in the room. And we found out what a gathering of clowns is. It's a shadow of clowns. Well done, Rudolph Fourie, best dressed team. What do you have to say?
Where's the team? Stand up! Well, at least that's the only way we're going to win this weekend, looks like. It's winning the best days. But it was so much fun. Everybody was come down to Times Square and you just enjoy it. It's so great fun to be here.
What made you choose clowns?
So our club name for the last 20 years is Circus Dier in Afrikaans, so it means clowns. So we all dressed up to our club names, and we're all from Bloem. We got about 15 players that's never played live, and we're just having a ball. We had good few drinks last night, breakfast this morning in the Spur, and now we're here.
The winner of the 50,000 Rand back. Not like he needs it. I feel like everybody in the room is like, this sucks. The richest man in the room won the 50,000 Rand back. Well, can we get the clowns? Can we get the clowns? Get a here. Yeah. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, hierso. My vrou skree altyd op my. Ja. Eben, there we go. We get a shot of all the clowns in the room.
Yeah, we got a song. All the clowns. Right.
We got all the clowns. Franco, stand up.
Circus groot pense.
Okay, we said all the clowns should stand up. So Franco D'Amato, won't you stand up, please? Someone got that one. Oh, that was pretty cool. So, and the sponsored tickets was by Kanesh Pather. Dr. Kanesh Pather. What doctor is he? Doctor of mental psychology. Oh, that is really, really cool. Maybe you can do some work on my brain because it's a bit muddled. So Tom Cruise winning the tickets. Well done. And we're back here, and we are going to get cut back to the action of the final table that is happening for the David Rosenthal Memorial Tournament. And we just saw now who won the tickets. It was Warren Wiegand, Tom Cruise as I call him, who's at the final table right now. And the winner of the best dress was Rudolph Fourie and the Clowns. That was awesome to see that going on. He gets a 50,000 Rand back. So thank you, and we're going to cut back to the final table action.
And welcome back to the action on the feature table. This is going to be the conclusion of this David Rosenthal Memorial. We're down to 7 players. Been in the business end for a long time now. Max Devison with a commanding chip lead. You can see that great wall of China that he's building there. Max folds there. We move around to Anant in the cutoff with Jack 9.
160.
Anant getting it on a little on the short side now. Blinds of 80,160. Big blind ante of 160. So he's got just over 10 bigs. He raises to 370. Warwick folds, and Warwick winning those 2 tickets. Premier Lounge tickets to Old Trafford. And Anant will take down that hand. So Ryan placing in his big blind ante.
No, it's been a long time, man.
So the 7 players left there. Nick in second place with just on 6 million chips. Couple on 3 million. RJ on Daniel Lamberti and Ryan just over 2 million. So Daniel Lamberti pocket 8s under the gun. And the rail filling up quite nicely. There's Joe Steggers, Big Nico Vickers, Darren Kramer, across to Max Devison's wife, all looking on here.
360. 360.
Two stacks queen. Three.
So Max with ace jack suited. Daniel is raised with the pocket eights. Let's have a look what size Max puts in here if he 3-bets.
I think am I back on?
Welcome back, Ian,
Hey, how's
from
it?
being your antics out there. And Circus Dita, the clowns, winning the
Yes,
best
yeah.
prize. I thought that there wasn't too much competition for that one.
Yeah.
There was. A lot of the other teams looked really good, but they did go the extra mile and they came in with fanfare, and it
Yeah.
was really cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I thought who was the House of Cards was dressed pretty cool. I liked how they came. It was all gangsters, you know, with the hats.
Yeah, they
But
did
yeah,
look
the
at
clowns
the.
were they were
I mean,
the most ridiculous team, like the most like out there. I think
Yeah.
that's what we were looking for.
So Max is just flat called with the ace jack suited here. It's an interesting line that he's taken. He's been 3-betting a lot. I think because Daniel's open from early position, giving him a bit of respect there. Ryan in the big blind now with a 9-7 off.
Yeah, only 100 more to call. He's going to let it go.
He folds that. Now the raise was to 360, so it was 200 more, so a little pricey. Because blinds have gone up now. They're 81.60 with a big blind ante of 160. And how's that if you Max Devison?
How is
Run
this
good
guy-
much?
I mean, flops the nut flush. Are you kidding?
Now he's gonna. How do I get paid? Yeah, because Daniel gonna probably put the standard continuation in. Doesn't have a club in his hand. There's only one overcard to his eights.
We now know for sure. I think eights is he has to go runner, either full house or quads, which is unlikely. 4% equity.
It's gone check.
Oh,
there's the eight. Oh
wow.
my goodness.
Oh no.
That is a sick card for Daniel.
Wow. This is crazy hand here. Flops the nut flush, Max Davison, chip leader, and now Daniel turns a set. Wow.
Unless the board pairs, Daniel could do his stack here. That was a really sick turn card.
I love Max looking at it like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Are you betting into me?
700k is the bet.
Looking really concerned, but you don't want to oversell it.
Sitting there with the stone cold nuts at the moment.
Yeah.
So only if the board pairs.
This guy's just running absolutely hot.
He elected to flat pre and has flopped the absolute nuts.
I mean, he's so clinical and surgical with his thought processes, and what a beast at this game.
There goes
He's
the flat call.
In charge of the table at the moment.
So Daniel needs this board to pair. And the board doesn't pair. Max gets the tick mark.
Do you think it's going in? Yeah, I think he's going to shove.
Sure, Daniel has got 2 million behind. Let's see what sizing he puts in here with his set. There's a flush there, there's a straight there.
He can be worried about a lot of cards, yeah. I think the only thing he's got to be concerned about is the flush. Ah, he shoves.
Shoves all in call.
And he calls.
Unreal this
Of
side.
course he
He's
calls,
unreal.
and Daniel is eliminated. Right there. Oh, wow.
And this, and me. Wow, Brower can't believe it. Brower says, unreal. How's this guy? Flops the nut flush. Brower's comment, it's unreal.
Wow.
He's running so hot. Brower was out of his seat at that one.
Wow.
That was so sick. That was the sick turn card for Daniel. And he moves up to 14 million now, Max Davison.
No. I have to salute that thing.
Sorry,
This game's easy when you just
I didn't watch the flop. I'm looking at check, right?
9 people betting.
So we're going to be crossing to an exit interview.
I don't know what the
Lamberti, I mean, just out, I think it's 6th place. How are you feeling at the moment? I mean, you got a set there on the turn. Did you put him on the flush?
or flush draw?
No, never. I played it.
You played
well,
that really
only-
well, Max.
Yeah, you had flop the flush.
Well
I turned
played,
the set.
You played that as well
But
as
he
the aces.
didn't make a boat on the river because I get his chips.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the sets.
But you played so well throughout this whole tournament, so consistent. I mean, you were on it to make the top 3, and it just shows you, I mean, in final table, you can just make one slip up or just one unlucky hand that can just change things.
Yeah, and it's timing. So, yeah, I mean, that hand plays itself. There's not much you can do. It's poker, yeah.
And will we see you at any other events?
Yeah, later in the year for sure.
Oh, you're not going to play any other ones?
No. I'm actually away next week, so yeah.
Okay, well then congratulations on your cash.
Thank you very much.
Well done on the placing.
Thanks.
Here we go, that was Daniel. I mean, that was just such a sick hand. I mean, Max just running super hot at the moment. I mean, this guy's getting pocket aces. He flops a straight the very 2 hands later, and now flops the nut flush, and then Daniel obviously turning a set, and then to get him back involved in the hand. I mean, and then obviously puts it all in on the river. That hand writes itself. You can't get away. But absolutely, Max Davison running extremely hot at the moment. So we're going to cut back to that action right now because it's heating up. Final table, we're getting down to the final 5, final 4, final 3. It's all cooking up and heating up. Take it. It's yours. Let's go.
Right, and we're back to the action. Wow, that was a super sick hand for Daniel. That 8 on the turn sealed his fate. He said, I couldn't put Max on the flush there.
Trying to get you some more sugar over there.
The other players are saying they can't believe it. It's the Max Davison show. Ryan Brower is like, this guy's unreal. It is a sick run. And I mean, Max is a really good player. And when he's running like this, he's like an absolute freight train. There's not much stopping him. So Nick Zackham raising with the ace-jack suited. Makes it 380.
Can Max Davison run any hots at the moment, Mark?
I was just saying that when you're on your way back in. I mean, he's a really good player, but on this form, he's like a freight train.
Yeah.
He's unstoppable.
I mean, he's one of the best players at the table, if not the best, with the best cards.
He's just running. Yeah, I mean, look, there's some great players at this table, and don't take anything away from Max, but he's running so well.
I mean, he must have at least 80% of the chips in play. Somewhere between 60 and 70, I would say, of the chips in play.
Yeah. Sure, so he's got 14 million now. So that's absolutely massive. So Max in the small blind. Nick has raised to the 380. It's round to the small blind. Max deciding what to do. He flat calls. Nunt is folded. Nick goes into his normal pose. This is Nick's pose. He sort of like hangs on the rail, looks down, and then just peers over the top.
335.
So no help for Max there. Nick is ahead. It's gone check. Neither player holding a spade. Max not electing to bet the range there. Max.
Nick will take it down with
the
ace
Nick
high.
takes it down with the ace high.
3-8. I'm so tight. I hold scissors.
And Ryan calls the hand. He didn't even see Max's hand. He says ace, jack, king, queen. Ryan is super good at reading the action.
Yeah.
Big blind. Would you have called all in pre-flop? 2 million?
No.
There's the aggression frequency. Max Davison 46%, Nick Zackham 35%, Brower 32, Anand Kumar 29. And you see Warwick down there, 2% aggression factor. The VPIP is your voluntary put into pot. Anand the most, 37, then Max. Then Ryan Brower, and then Warwick also at the bottom of that. Warwick has been super patient.
He has, and he's been folding ace 10, ace jack, hands like that at the right times. I mean, I saw 2 hands where he actually would have flopped nothing with those hands, so he was right. He has the gut feel whether to fold those hands.
And I think going out on the stream at the moment is where your interview that you did with your Survivor
winner, yeah. Dino Paolo, I mean, what an awesome guy.
And also, Gary was telling me that he owns a...
There it is on the screen.
a business escape room.
Escape room business, yes.
How cool is that?
Very, very cool. So the action folded round. It's 2 max on the button. 8 deuce.
Max.
Yes.
Don't say you're a fish. Do it.
Well done, Rudolph.
Yeah.
Nice, eh?
Well done, Arjun.
Knock it off.
I also have to be aware that Warwick on an
And it went round. It's blind on blind and uncompleted. And Nick Zackham checked back.
What do you actually win?
Huh?
What is it? 2 tickets?
Anand getting quite low stacks.
For a set game or just random game?
He needs to make a move soon.
Ah, so you can just pick a game?
I mean, blinds
sick.
are almost
That's
plus
fucking cool.
160.
Yeah,
so he's
proper-
got 10
proper
big
game,
blinds,
yeah.
exactly.
Maybe City or something. Who have they got left this season? Would you go this year or next, maybe? Ah, so probably next season.
There's still a lot of games left.
Oh, yeah.
I'm impatient. I'm going to wait till next year.
Yeah, I know you're impatient. And you travel a lot, so...
So it's checked all the way down. The Queen Hive and Hunt is good.
How's this 8
It's
on
just
the
letting the players have their banter there. We're talking about the 2 tickets that Warwick won. Kanesh Paith has season tickets for Old Trafford.
I mean, how cool is that?
That's super cool. And he's got Premier Lounge tickets.
I know, I mean...
So that is super cool. So Warwick's going to pick a game and go.
That is so
When he bet the
exciting
turn, I
to
knew he
get
wasn't
those
bluffing as
tickets.
well. It's
I mean,
actually
and a
so
random
painful
draw,
for him. I knew
and
it,
he's at
but
the
I was like,
final
okay, maybe
table
he's just
where
drawing
he's
dead
obviously
out.
already cashed, and then he wins 2 tickets to go watch Man
Yeah,
United.
and he's a United fan as well. So
I mean, that has just lined itself up perfectly for him.
I'm still good. I raised 9-8.
So Nick steals that one on the river. He made an unfold the best hand by putting a bet in on the river. Well played, Nick.
Yeah. River, he checks.
Flush draw.
He's got ace jack of clubs. Flush over flush, blind on button.
Now, you had the position.
Savage, eh?
To bet.
Max Davison really just stacking that pile of chips up there.
14 million of them.
14 million. I mean, he's just an absolute beast at the moment. He's got so many of the chips, and he's looking good to win that 1 million rand cash prize.
What? Yeah, I need
So Warwick being asked to place his blind in and ante.
If you had a queen, you had me beat.
Dealer TP.
If you had a queen.
Recognize him with his shiny head. He always gets voted by Gary the shiniest head in the dealers team. He really does put the oil on there and get it super smooth and shiny.
Adrian also playing such a solid game and playing the RCM very well. I mean,
he's been laddering up steadily.
Outlasted. I mean, 3 players already been knocked out and he's still there. And I mean, just pay jump, pay jump, pay jump. I mean, dressed like a clown, but
I think you have rigged this.
So Max will
make no
open with
mistake,
this.
he's no fool.
Absolutely, he's no clown.
Yeah.
So 9-8 suited for Max here in the cutoff. Puts in the raise.
Minimum raise 360. 320, and it's fine. 350.
Okay.
Yeah.
8-9 suited, I like that hand.
160.
It's one of those. See, now you can start to play those hands at the final table when you've got a chip stack.
Yeah, and Warwick with pocket 5s here in the big blind. And he's been super patient. If Warwick shoves back here on Max, he'll get Max to fold here. The open is to 350. He's got 1.3 behind. And there he's put it all in. All in and snap fold by Max, exactly as predicted. Well played, Warwick. You know, he's been so super patient.
You can't get pocket aces every hand.
So when he shoves there, he gets all the respect from Max. And Max doesn't hang around if it's insta fold. He's very quick in acting when it comes to things like that. He doesn't, you know, postulate and try and build up the image of what he's raised with. He just lets it go straight away.
To be honest, I think I'm King 9 off is an absolute show. That will be the best hand I've seen since I sat down. All the good hands I've seen have been held by you. It's been a show.
Yeah, I made some good hands, huh?
Warwick talking to Max.
They say
King 9 off would be number 2.
They say it's skillful to win tournaments. I'm telling you, all luck. Anyone could have sit in my seat. Wouldn't have mattered. So far.
Well,
I don't think so.
Jack 9 of clubs hand, like you play well. It is easy when you've got it and your opponents have it, but...
Nah, man, come on. He's got 6 million chips for free.
I'm just listening to the banter there.
Yeah.
Max being very gracious and humble, saying, you know, they say it takes skill to win a tournament. He says, nah, it's all pure luck. Anybody could have sat in my seat and won today. The way the cards have come, and yeah, he was being very gracious.
Look, Max is playing a beast game at the moment. I mean, he's in control of this game so far. And I mean, sometimes you do get the cards, and we've seen all these players get good cards, so and go and run good. So I think it's goes close to the territory. You put in the time, you put in the experience, and when you're at the final table in the time, you're gonna get good cards.
Absolutely.
He's been playing every hand. I mean, he's at the final table, so you're bound to get pocket aces.
Well, you're not bound to. You can go days and days and not get them.
True.
It's the way it goes. He is in some good form. And form is a very important part of winning tournaments. As good a player as anybody else is at the table, if they haven't got form, there's no ways they're going to win. So Adrian Becker defended here in the big blind after Max opened. With a 7-6 suited, the flop has come 3-9 queens, gone check, check. Max now hits his deuce. His ace high was still ahead anyway. And Adrian now decides to have a little steal at it. And he hasn't stepped out of line much.
He actually has been. He bluffed a couple of hands ago.
Yeah, but not that he's been caught.
No, he did get caught.
Oh, did he get caught?
Yes,
okay, I
yeah,
missed that one. Was that while you and Gary were commentating?
Yes, yeah. So he raised Ryan, and Ryan basically had the top pair. Over pair. He had pocket queens, and Adrian had 3-4. And he led out 300.
All right, Max is going to call with his pair here and see what the river brings.
Max just dialed in and is just absolutely on it. I mean, calling just with bottom pair here.
Yeah, he's calling with bottom pair. Wants to see what the river brings. The river brings another 9. Now, this is a card that Adrian can represent. Because he checked the flop, he bet the turn.
He should have, if he wanted to represent there,
he should have bet.
He shut down on the river there.
Yeah.
He didn't tell the story.
He did not. He needed to bet that river. And Max will win it with the deuce. So Max will add to that ever-growing pile of chips.
Matt, I had ace-6. Now.
You lost.
Yeah, pre-flop.
Yeah, no, there was no 6.
No.
I had it 2.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying, what do I do now? I said,
Fold,
with
fold,
this
fold,
guy
fold, fold.
to raise. I said that.
Fold, fold. Look at the stacks, Nick. Must fold.
Yeah.
You must fold.
That's what I did.
You got 6 million chips.
I'm not in the right.
You don't want to tussle with me, Nick.
Oh, yes, his shots fired over here.
Max, not only does he need the 1 out 8, not only is it the non-club 8 and the non-pair, but no extra club as well.
On the river, yeah. Came straight.
Unbelievable.
10 of hearts, yeah. I mean,
so he flopped the
7,
flush,
9
he
and
flopped
Jack
the
9 are
straight.
the only 2, but he's not getting gut shots there.
You flopped the flash, you flopped the straight.
I told you, it's not about skill, it's pure luck.
When you fold,
pure luck
we
this
all
game.
relief when he folds, eh?
I'm telling you, it's pure luck this game.
We've got it all in there, a 9, shoving, ace 9.
You just pick the right seat.
We are relief when
You win.
Putting it all in.
And so nice to see Ryan Brouwer at the final table.
Yeah, no. He has been playing an absolute beast game.
Fellow commentators from all Africa, David Daddick now resides in Australia and Ryan Dreyer resides in Gibraltar, so
you know, when
they're not, I'm hoping they'll catch him on the stream.
And
see
he
Ryan
gets it
here.
through.
It would be really cool if you did come in and
Nice.
put a comment for Ryan on the side there, either David Daddick or Ryan Dreyer.
Good one, Cowboy. Good one, Cowboy. Gets us through.
And with Mike Colletier in the back, that was the old production team for All Africa. So it would be really nice if David Daddick or Ryan Dreyer are watching and pop us a little note in on the side here. A nice view across again of that feature table with the Sunbet Poker Tour logo behind, MJPT, Global Poker Index. And of course, all images brought to you by CardStream. From the flop to the river, we deliver.
There we go.
I did 16.
14 something. 14-7.
So there we go. A 19 is cowboy hat.
Oh. He actually looks really cool.
You know, you were outside. I said he looks like he's from the Little Nas video, Old Town Road. He could fit right in there like that, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. That's a pretty cool
That's
song.
the one.
Oh.
He looks like he could fit right in there, doesn't Hunt?
Yeah. I like the shades as well.
Yeah, he's looking the part.
Yeah. Looks like also like got the John Wayne vibe.
Nick raising with a Jack 10 suited.
380.
Everybody folding round and Ryan out of the way. Just Max in the big blind left and he gets out the way.
Zach and takes
Nick
it down.
takes that one down.
When a racer gets you with the back jump, for goodness sake, man. Even if you don't have the chip, the way you play, you think I can just race with the...
This guy's table talk is also so cool.
Yeah, Nicky doesn't back down from a fight, that's for sure.
I have to say yes.
Not going to intimidate him. And he'll engage you in banterville, Nick.
Yeah, if you put the chips in, I'll call you. No problem. Yeah. You want to do it? Let's go.
Like with 3 left. I had 3-7. You had 3-7.
And we got is that an Arsenal cap? So we got
Arsenal, Man United.
Man
against
okay.
top player.
Yeah.
Please, Nick will be insulted.
Maybe
He's a
4 left.
huge Man United fan. He's always got some sort of Man United stuff on him, whether it's a cap. Sometimes he has the cap, the T-shirt, and the
Some
jacket.
shit, yeah,
on.
makes
Two
you
Man United supporters
Yeah,
sitting
top
next to each other. There we go. Nick and Warwick.
And
remember, yeah.
Bravo, as far as I know, is a Man United supporter as well.
No Liverpool fans out here. What is going on?
You want to win it.
Liver who?
Li-
Yeah, went to win that.
That was it.
Ladies and Club Championship, we have about 5 seconds period. 5 minutes left to be entered if you must.
So the announcement out there, that club championship.
Is it going to freeze out now?
That's 5 minutes left of their re-entry, and
So
then
they're
going
going to go
freeze out.
crazy now. I'm sure Rudolph's team is going to go buck wild on the all-ins.
Could do. So now the question is, will Adrian Becker's stack be put in and start getting blinded out while he's still here?
See, look at this. Max Davidson, pocket sevens. I mean, he's just getting slapped with the deck. I mean, what are we, 6-handed? You got a pocket pair.
In the small blind folded to you, you've only got the big blind behind you.
Yeah, I mean, wow. He's just like, can I get any more lucky?
So now he wants to see what, how does he get money in? He just moves all in. He just put an ant all in.
And Ant's not calling.
Yeah, Ant's got nothing.
No. I mean, I say that, but I mean, Max Davison is absolutely playing phenomenal poker.
Oh, no, he knows how to wield that big stack. We've seen it before. In previous series,
he grinded 2 days to get this stack. 3 days now. So
don't take anything away from him. He knows what he's doing with a big stack, though.
I mean, when he says he got lucky, he doesn't really.
That's humble, because
it's humble. Yeah, he doesn't really mean it. He knows he grinded and he worked hard.
He knows he
to get
plays
that.
well, and when you interviewed him, he says it comes down to experience, comes down to hard work, putting time in on your game. There's the view up of the stage. Down below, Warwick, ace-jack suited. We were just watching and chuckling away when you did the presentation to Warwick. A 30-minute delay on what's going out currently to the viewers. So the ace-jack suited here by Warwick under the gun.
Warwick got a premium over here. Ace-jack suited.
Puts in the raise.
Raise to 500,000.
What happened with the ace? Oh, there we go.
So ace-jack is raised. It's round to Max.
And
Max folds ace-9 there.
Yeah. See,
respect for Warwick, because Warwick has been tight.
And that's what also I was mentioning to Gary earlier. It's really important when you also chip leader to put the pressure, yes, on the short stacks, but you don't want to play too loose and give the other players chips. And that's what a lot of the people do as a mistake when you've got a lot of chips. You play loosey-goosey hands now because you've got chips, but you also need to carry on playing tight.
Yeah, you've got to preserve the stack and just steadily chip up, apply the pressure when necessary. If somebody opens from early position and they've been tight, then you muck a hand like ace-9.
Good job, that work.
I'll tell you when you. I'm going to ask you first.
Ace nine.
Hand. No, not in that hand. I don't care about that.
Ah, this one just now, last time.
No, I don't care about that. I'll ask you about another hand later.
Ah, okay.
And you'll tell me. And then after that, you'll ask me. Like I said, just keep
So Ian is making way for Chris. Chris will come back in.
I'll pay for the draw.
He's just going to mute that sound for us there that's going out on the stream. There we go. So ace-4 suited here under the gun for Arjian, deciding what to do. And Chris, he's played pretty solidly, eh?
Yeah, no, 100%. I was chatting to Joe outside, and
I love this one.
to be honest with you, like I said, pretty much unknown to me. I've never seen him before, never heard him before, and to be honest, I haven't heard him say a word in the last 3 days.
Absolutely unknown to me too, and he's been absolutely quiet.
Yeah, focus locked in. Brower ripping the lolly.
Yeah, so the razors come and there's the all-in.
Mark your card.
I was going to call him.
Yeah,
for go all in. One of the chip in. Yeah.
Cool.
Go. All in a call.
All in a call.
Ace king versus fours.
We're flipping.
Ace four, sorry. Versus ace four.
Right. Brown needs to hold up here.
Sorry, I thought it was fours.
Yeah, that's ace-4.
Right, good luck, gentlemen.
Huge.
Spot for Ryan.
Sorry?
10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he went all in.
Good call.
Oh, and then he flops him dead.
Lock it up.
Locks it up on the flop.
Huh?
It's a total lock.
Man, it's 0%. Oh, flush draw, flush draw, flush draw.
One down,
Wait.
Thank you, Ryan. Sweat.
1.75.
So nice big double up for
What a
Ryan
double.
Brower.
What a fold. You know what? You didn't even sweat, man.
I'm quite happy about
How boring
that.
is that? Fucking hell.
At my age, I mean,
So boring.
Bro,
You didn't even
having some joke.
Like
Nick
you're boring,
telling him you didn't even have to
flopping
sweat there.
You didn't even have to
Flopped him
worry.
virtually dead.
No, I was going to call him, or he was. I would have won. But look at that. There is no way I can call.
Right, Ryan, back in the mix.
Yeah,
How's that
nice double up there for Ryan.
I've got 200k left coming into the big blind next. 4 stall in.
Okay, buddy, you're back in the
Let's see
game.
this one
But
up.
who was on the big blind?
He was the button, you were button.
Now you're the button.
I'd
ace
So
10.
putting that all in there
So
now.
I was going to
Super
do the
short
same
stack,
thing what you
Arjan.
did, and would have won. But
What goes first here, anti or big blind?
The big blind goes first.
Sure. Okay.
Should be the anti first.
The remainder goes into the imp. And
unlucky, buddy.
Yeah, this guy's
Should
all
be
in
chuffed with it overall, so you've
I
played well.
get 8-4, 8-7.
Our 6 players, 3 aces. Look at the
It's
card.
automatically all in.
With 6 players, the 3 aces out. 1, 2, 3.
How much have you got, just out of curiosity?
Who, him or me?
No, him, like there.
The big blind is 160.
160,000.
Just 160.
Exactly one big blind.
Isn't the ante should be
The
there
ant- Hold on, what's the ruling?
Big blind is first, apparently.
big blind first.
and then the ante?
Yeah,
That's your ruling, that's fine.
Because you can't get the cut down.
Yeah, it has to be that way.
Okay. I don't know where I saw it so many times they take the ante.
Huh?
Ironically, it's
We're relevant.
No, it's not. Because if it's the other way around, you only have to call 40k, so you automatically get 40k back.
What?
If it's the other way around.
What?
So this way is better. This way is better for the player. Because if it was the other way around, it would only be 40k. You see what I mean? If it was anti first.
So what is the actual rule? Just up
He says it's big blind first. It changes in different places.
Ace 4, 10 ace king. Ace 4 suited. It was a 6-handed. 3 aces 8.
Adrian picks up the king 9-0. Maximum 15 bar. Gets it in.
Yeah, it's folds, a nunt.
Jan,
of course.
I got to begin mocha kraan.
I'm not going to let you have this easily. No.
That might have got insanely fucked it out.
So he just plats.
A nunt folds. Yeah.
Like, you know those
Sorry,
memes. You know those memes where you say, "Sure, sex is great," but have you ever woken up when your kids are sleeping? Like this one is, "Sure, sex is great," but have you
know
ever
why
involved
I'm
the
just
chips and
calling,
play
right?
against 5 short stacks in the most fucking ICM worst structure of all time?
Yeah.
Like,
No.
that's
Right. I won't be. If I wanted to be smart, I would have raised.
These 3 are done, then we'll look at something. Even with Nick,
Yeah.
like I'll play, but like
Or jabs.
I'll still look at numbers obviously because it's stupid.
But I'm going to
Numbers
fuck you up.
This is actually not too bad for Adrian, eh? Considering.
That's good for me.
Warwick
very
makes
good
a
for you.
jam.
It's good for me.
I
I love
He
it.
isolates, the
Okay.
players limp to knock out, and Warwick goes for the jams. He
Get
wants
rid
to
of 2 of my problems.
hoover up all the chips there.
He's going to love what he's seeing. It's such a positive EV spot for him.
Yeah.
I mean that's the dream
Warwick,
scenario.
well, you will do that.
Yeah, I have to.
I don't want to go up against.
Yeah,
Just put
I
160 in,
agree
Warwick.
with you. I'm
Warwick.
fine. I'm fine.
Warwick, just put 160 in only.
Just you open. I
160.
don't know what it is.
What I'm saying,
But
I'm
but
fine,
Warwick,
actually.
you don't
I
have.
think
a,
you have-
flopping two.
Warwick,
Warwick,
I think you
Warwick,
have-
you don't have a strong pair. You would have taken a player
Jack
out.
7.
Come on. And a 7 on the floor.
Jack 7.
I don't want to play against 8 cards.
No, I said you're fine. I agree with you.
I
Well,
had
let's
a
go.
6 by the
Always
way.
2 over
I
like
agree
that.
with you.
Never just 3-2 off. Ah, nice.
Oh, so spade draw now. A lot of outs for
Flop the
John.
fucking flush.
Oh my goodness!
And
Oh
it's
my
straight
goodness!
draw out.
Diamond for him.
Oh my word!
And he bricks it all.
I flopped the
Well
flush.
played,
Too
sir.
many outs.
GG.
Okay.
Onto the team
Now it's a good
event.
move
So
because it
Warwick
went out. Otherwise, I would have
eliminates Arjan.
and Jacob bomb.
Not bad showing. 80,000 around richer.
In your cowboy hat, so play for me, but I like you, and you can come to the winners' party at the end.
Yeah, it's fine.
Adrian, are we live?
I 6-7 split.
I don't jam now.
Okay. Adrian, what made you shove there with ace-4? What happened? Just weren't getting cards?
I wasn't getting cards and the blinds are going up. And I'm in the big blind next round.
And you've been playing such a solid game. I mean, I was watching you were playing so good. I mean, just to get to this final table, you were playing with so many professional players. I mean, well done for that. And actually, that
look
last
at that stack of him. It's 10 million. I mean,
know, yes.
I've got to push somewhere to make
Max
it.
Stevenson really building a pyramid with these chips over there.
So, and he's not up for a deal, so if you want to make a million, we've got to push somewhere. So ace-4 suited.
And were you part of the clown team?
Of course I'm part of the
So
clown
you did
team.
win the 5,000 rand back there. So that's
Yeah,
also
so-
something cool. And then you're playing in the club championships,
Yeah,
of course.
I've got a sheet there. I don't know how many chips I've got left, but there should be a bit of chips left.
And then are you going to play any of the other events?
I'll see.
Okay, well, good luck to you, sir. And
Thank you
you've played a really well-rounded game.
Thank you very
much. I was
much.
impressed. Shots. That was Adrian Becker. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So now it's really cooking up and heating up again now. Final table, Max Stevenson building his stack, but Warwick edging closer, and Ryan Brower getting closer and closer into the chip stack. We might see a nice top 3 also. Nick Zackham coming up. So we're going to see a nice final 4, I think. It's going to be a nice battle that we're going to see. Back to the commentary team and to the final table. Let's get back to the action.
Too many outs. Never.
And we're back. Yeah, we're back there.
Nice little chat with Adrian.
Yeah, the most we heard him speaking 3 days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Absolute chat, though. He had to, like I said, he had to make a stand, and unfortunately ran straight into it. And he did mention that they're playing for it all.
Well, at least it was one big
Yeah, he
line
said
and not
because
any of
Max
your
doesn't want to make a deal because of this. But I heard a little bit of banter amongst the players there now.
He could have quadrupled.
I think when they get down to the top 3, Max might be more open to spreading that wealth a little bit more.
Both later each tomorrow. Also joking.
Who are you playing with?
Huh?
Who are you playing with?
Am I playing?
The one, the 250.
If I chop.
Who are you going to play with? Me.
When is it 250?
Now at 12 o'clock.
So you can hear Max and Warwick discussing
You're ready for 5
the 250 super high roller.
Yeah, there's some chat going on there. That's interesting.
I'm going to battle you up there.
Could be an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the businessman, though, Warwick or Max?
Oh, Warwick is a businessman.
Yeah.
And Max is a full-time pro, so I think that one kind of answers itself.
Over the brow.
What do you mean number 2? It's number 7.
Brow looking very focused there. In the small blind, Jack 10. Into the big stack.
Raised to 450.
So Ryan limped in. Max has raised. He's got 2 cards on top of one another, so we can't see what he's holding.
He's got aces.
Oh wow, and good fold by
You won't believe
Ryan.
my hand there.
The sun run continues.
Yeah, he says to Ryan, you won't believe the hand I had.
No one will believe what I had there. How you fold? You wouldn't believe my hand there, honestly. Second time on the final.
If I could get a heads up here, I'd love to see Max and Ryan go at each other.
Yeah, Ryan's got so much experience.
I don't think it'd be super
interesting.
entertaining.
It would be. And there's been a lot of banter from Ryan.
Ooh.
And Nick has been giving him some stick as well. And Warwick has joined the party, lad, and a nut. So they're not standing back to Max. They're starting to give him some stick there.
Already.
Phones and this table don't.
Who is the big blind? Who's the small blind? And it's rotating so
Another gun.
quickly.
Okay, another 60.
I'm under the gun.
The biggest one.
Biggest one.
Biggest gun.
Folded round to Ryan on the button. He lets that go.
Max.
Oh, look
again.
at Max. The run just continues there.
Now look at that little smile on his face.
Goes all in. He does this to a nut every time.
Because you know I'll call fucking any race. So I have to have nice cards. These are nice. But not
Can
so
we
nice.
adjust the clock to 5, please?
You're full
5
of
players
this.
left.
Oh, nice.
5 left.
I'll save it for some other time.
Well, none, I'll save it for some other time. It's one thing making a move with 9-8 to the whole different ball game, calling it off.
He has a good read on me. Small
I mean,
raise
Max is just card rack cards. Hand after hand after hand. Getting the sickest spots as well.
Unbelievable. No action.
Doing aces against Alban.
Flopped a straight, flopped the nut flush. And then the sickest card on the turn for Lambo.
When you're in form, man.
But I was saying to Ian was saying, yeah, but this, that, and the other. And I was saying, if you haven't got form, you can be the best player in the world. You're not winning.
Yeah, this is true.
And Max is a good player. Let's not take anything away from him, but he's got super form at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's hard to beat. A good player with form, almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
So down to 5 players. There's Ryan.
Ooh la la.
Napkins, brother.
Where are your glasses from?
Where they from? The brand.
Louis. They're nice.
So there's the question answered for Ian. He was asking what brand those glasses were that Warwick wears. They are Louis Vuitton. Warwick just told Max Davison.
Raise to 320,
320. Here comes more pressure.
Yeah.
2 sacks green, huh? 2 yellows. 2 yellow there. 2 yellow sticks.
Yeah.
Huh?
So Max to call 320. Deciding what he must do.
All in.
Yeah, he moves all in there. He's going to do this a lot now, 5-handed. You raise, you're going to have to get past him.
And Ryan knows Max is doing this extremely wide.
He does, but it's still tough to call your tournament life off with King Queen off.
That's true. But he blocks kings, he blocks queens, he blocks ace king, he blocks ace queen. You know, he must be going through his head a lot of ace x rag, ace x hands. Max is doing this with all the under pairs he's doing this
but
with.
if you know he's got ace 8, do you want to call him with King Queen?
I know what you're doing.
You see,
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I mean, Ryan knows.
I mean, it's one of those spots. Gamble, you find it, you're in contention. You brick, you're out the tournament.
You fold next
It's the ICM pressure just popping
Well
on
done,
there.
well done. Just exploit it. King Queen.
Maybe he had ace 4.
Nicky calling it that it's a rag ace. But you see, like Ryan knows what he's doing, but it's tough to combat.
100%.
Because he's got such a big stack. I mean, what did Doyle Brunson say? If you want to test a man, put him to a test for all his chips.
Yes,
Simple
sir.
as that. Put him to a test for all his chips. And that's exactly what Max does to you.
And that looks kind of short as well.
Ryan got 3 million.
Yeah.
Nick is the one with 6 million. Nunt is the shortest stack
Yes.
at the table. And Nunt is under 10 bigs now.
Yeah.
Or around 10 bigs. He's just above or just below 10 bigs. So you see Ryan still on 3.1. King 9 suited. Now this is a hand he wants to open, but his problem is Max Davison behind him.
Yeah.
You see he folds it. I would normally think that Ryan would open that 5-handed. Max 10-3 off from the cutoff. Lets it go around to a 9. You see a 9 1.2 and blinds 160. So
Yeah.
it's under 10 bigs. don't take advantage of my button, huh?
Warwick gets a walk with Queen 6. And Warwick is on 2.6 million.
Easily advantage I could have taken. Easily. Yeah,
It's going to be very interesting the next level.
Yeah, with the blacks go up, it's going to bite a bit harder.
Yeah, I mean, what Max has got about 70% of the chips in play.
Yep.
Appreciate me, Warwick.
No, sorry, just
not quite 70% because he's got 15 million. There's 6.7 by Nick. There's 3 million by Ryan. That makes 10. And Warwick's just under 3 and then a ninth. So about 55%.
55%. I'm curious to see how Ryan adjusts accordingly, knowing that the strategy that Max is implementing. I mean, if Ryan starts widening in regards to shoving range, could take some of that away from Max.
Yeah, you see, but he's a little deep to want to be just shoving.
No, we're not shoving any two. I mean, we were methodical in regards to our constructions of ranges.
Yeah, he's got 20 bigs, Ryan.
Yeah.
But you're quite right. He's going to be more shoving the 20 bigs than raising and folding.
Yeah.
So Jack deuce here for Nick. He folds.
Queens
Warwick
for
with pocket queens. And a small blind against Ryan.
1 hour probably.
Interesting, yeah. If he opts for the min click,
you could get Ryan to play back at him.
Yeah. Jack 6.
Jack 6.
It's not going to do unless Ryan
he didn't
decides
go
to
for
mix
the
up.
min click. Size a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Ryan opts the call.
The middle one is pushing inside. That's stack here.
That's less.
No, I'm saying it's pushing
So he
inside.
defended.
Yeah.
Oh, when he finds his 6, that's going to give him some trouble now.
Interesting to see. I mean, Warwick ideally should be checking here. Because in theory, that kind of board will favor the defender out of the big blind.
You want to give me 200? Yeah.
Checks.
Yeah.
He checks to induce the bet though.
The worst card of the turn is the Jack for Ryan.
The design is complete. So we push everything back now.
Easier.
Now it makes sense.
Easier to see.
I think when you were young, as a kid, you was loved.
He's going to shed some chips here to Warwick.
Jelly, I think just the call is fantastic here as well.
Every time, that's not the plan. Every time I see you doing this thing. So how many green in total? 15?
6, 12, 13, nearly 14, nearly 16 million.
Let's see what Warwick does.
That's what happens when you get aces every hand, Nick. You know how it goes. If you get a good hand every time, someone has slightly worse. Doesn't matter who you are, you get chips.
Well, raised it to 800, yeah.
What is this box?
Did a hand come yet?
Oh, time.
Yeah.
Timer.
I have like nearly 16 now.
I'm all in.
Ryan's all in.
Oh. All in call.
Queens against, he needs a 6. Queens on
Bow's
6
first misstep
Queens against Jack 6.
after 3 days.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Queens
It was
in the
well
lead.
played by Warwick.
100%, but it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
Now he needs a 6. He's got 2 outs.
336. Blind on blind.
King doesn't change anything.
One to come.
Nothing.
King doesn't change
But he
anything.
covers him by a
GG,
little
Mr.
bit.
Brower.
It's very close though, like he's going to be left with very small.
Yeah, there'll be. Brower will be left with a few chips over.
Good. So you want me to see winning it? Why?
It's
Why you
going to be
want
left
me
with
to
like
win
absolute
it?
nothing. Yeah, like fumes.
And I think Max will be relieved that Ryan
Queen,
is.
Jack 6 is 6-3.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Like,
not,
less
he's not
than
worried
20
that he's got
blinds.
16 million chips, but he knows Ryan's a
Nah,
tough
not even
opponent.
fucking like 14
Yeah.
blinds.
No,
Listen
okay,
about
that's-
Warwick off. Warwick can play, eh?
No, not at all. I mean, that's not
But
the
Warwick
case.
has been super
Yeah, he's left
patient.
with 1 blind. 2 blinds.
So you are horribly.
But well played, sir. I mean, either way,
It was horribly sitting on the
Nice hand!
you know, if you just flatted or
You are horribly
jam,
sitting
jam
on
turn or
queen.
jam river, it's the same result.
And that'll move Warwick to close to 6 million.
I need something like that.
I need something like that.
I'm okay, but we're not getting cards.
I need something like that. Come on.
And not the short stack, they're saying, I need something like that.
So you win the seat of Manchester.
So you've got,
now you're winning the win. I know. That's
1.2, 300, 5 million, 5 million. No, 7 million. Put them at the front, Warwick, yeah? The green.
Sure.
There's also one at the bottom of your yellows there. You see it?
Now you are like Mr. Sun.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Ah, they must be at the front.
He's right.
Can I have that 10 if you don't want it to?
No, I don't want you to.
Black Rhyme.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go.
So Ryan in the small blind now. Lunt under the gun. Nick folds. Round to Warwick. King 9 on the button. He gets out the way. So it's Ryan with Queen 5. He's going to put it in here because it's value.
Oh, geez.
Oh, of course.
I call without looking anyway. So.
Yeah, but how do you have me dominated? I'm Queen 5. Ace Queen in
So
the big,
how's
I have
Max
Queen 5 in
running,
the
eh?
small.
Must be
I
nice.
called without looking anyway.
No, I mean, that's all.
You know, Ryan thought I got a chance to be ahead here. And wow, he runs straight into a dominating hand. So Ryan going to need immediate help here. Queen doesn't change anything.
We want him to win here.
Ooh,
Four
picks up the
gives him
gut
extra
shot.
outs.
6.
Oh,
GG. Well played, sir.
very, very, very well played, Ryan Brower.
We want him to win that one.
Hey,
Should have folded. I called blind, but I should have folded actually.
Not a bad day's work.
Absolutely. Very well played, sir. And got a lot of respect for Ryan Brower.
And then number 4.
And then we're down to 4. And Anant is the short stack now. Got under 10 bigs. And he's going to be in the big blind now. So 2 of those are going to go in as the big blind and the big blind ante.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, if Max continues the way he's continuing, there's definitely going to be something happening. He's never flatting.
Top pair with.
He's
2
just
bigs.
jamming
So
every time. Put that max
That's
pressure
it. I
on.
don't even have
And
to
a
look
lot
at
of
my cards
support
to
coming
get
through
that.
for Max Devison now. And they're saying, what's the
I like
accent
Ryan.
about? He's been away from
Hey.
from Barmy for too long.
Rock and roll. Now
And he's
some,
losing
good
the
luck,
British
eh?
accent to becoming more South African.
Right, on to the
I
next
don't know
hand
if
we go.
And we hear Ryan Brower just got eliminated. Ryan, oh, you were my horse. You were my horse. What happened?
Yeah, got a double up just before the break, and then
What were you thinking with the Jack 6 hand? Did you think you were good there? Did you put him on Ace King or something?
blind on blind. He raised pre, I defended with a suited Jack 6. And 6-3 flop, I mean, the hand kind of plays itself. I don't think I can get away from it.
Yeah, sure. You flop top pair.
He had queens, so I mean, that's how it goes. And then I got it in with Max. No one's going to beat him on the form he's got now, but I had two big blinds left.
Yeah, no, he's just running super hot at the moment. I mean, he's flopping nut flush, flopping a straight, pocket aces. I mean, he's having an extremely good run.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when the best player in the field is getting hit by the deck like that. So it's going to take a lot to beat him, but he's playing unbelievably well as well.
And I wanted to ask you about your sunglasses. Where are those bad boys? What brand are those?
I have no idea. I think I got them on one day only.
And why do you like wearing sunglasses at the poker table? What is it to do for you?
I enjoy watching other people without them knowing I'm watching them. So it's not about hiding my own tells. It's about giving me the opportunity to watch what they're doing without them knowing I'm watching them.
That's actually pretty cool. I didn't even know that. So you're watching their chip stacks. You're taking notes of the VP, like as we said earlier yesterday.
Just looking for physical tells more than you can judge their action without needing sunglasses, but being able to watch somebody and see if they're comfortable or not just gives you a bit of a benefit without them knowing you're watching.
Can you tell me about a tell that you picked up in this tournament by someone? Do you want to let that information go? Come on.
I prefer not to.
Oh,
I'm going to be playing against them again, and I'd like to use them to my advantage.
Well, then can I ask you to tell me a story about a previous tournament or a previous player that's something, just for some fans watching, about tells that they maybe could be giving away?
Yeah, in the 2007 National Heads Up Champs, I was heads up against the late Peter Famas, who was the godfather of poker back then. And we played a hand heads up, and I actually, with 7 high, no pair, no draw, he had re-raised me pre-flop. And his bet on the turn, Peter, when he used to throw his chips in, he was strong. When he used to just place them in, then he was weak. And I moved all in where I almost had 0 fold equity, but I knew he couldn't call. And as it turned out, he had nothing. And he folded, but I made that move purely on the fact that I knew he had no hand.
Okay, so that was one of his tells. That was him trying to act strong by doing that.
Yeah.
Just that movement. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool information there. So even just touching your chips can be a tell. So there's some information there from the fabulous Ryan Brower there. Thank you for that information. And well done on the final table. You played an extremely cool game. I must say, I'm a fan of yours, so well done.
Thanks, Drew.
Shot.
Thanks for a great tournament.
Returning straight back to it. Anand all in. Call by Exaka. Jack 7 versus King 8.
So straight into the action. It's getting quite frenetic now.
Yeah, getting to the serious end of this. Nick finds the 8, but Anand picks up the flush draw and the gut shot straight draw. Brick on the turn. Brick the river. GG's Anand. And we're down to 3.
Too many outs, baby.
So 3 players now, and Nick moves up to 7.6 million. Well played by Nanto. He's had a rich vein of form the last few years.
Yeah, so from what I've heard, result after result after result.
Yeah, he's had some big results.
We got Anand here, and tell us, you just weren't getting hands at the final table. What happened?
Yeah, that's the way poker goes. Didn't get nice hand on the final table.
Yeah.
But always nice to play with the pros. You know, it's fun.
Oh, you are one of the pros.
I'm a proper corporate guy. So I play for fun, but it's nice. Yeah.
And can you give us some insight? What is the changing play at the final table as opposed to when your tournament starts? Is there any difference in play when you enter the final table?
So it depends on the stack. With a low stack like mine, one has to really wait for the right moment to make the move.
I think that one hand, 8-9, I mean low stack, I would have called. I was thinking a call there with the 8-9 hand when Max raised you there. He had, I know what he had. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but I'm probably not gonna. But I think you went a fair horse race there, and it was suited as well.
Yeah. Same, I was suited now. Flopped the flush draw. It didn't come.
Okay.
Yeah,
but good luck to you.
Yeah, and nice game. Thanks to MJPT and Sunbet.
You played an amazing tournament. I mean, you got to final table. What did you finish? 5th?
4th.
4th for Anand. Well done. And he's also in the club championships. As you can see, he's dressed as a cowboy.
Thank you. All the best to everyone.
Shot. Well done.
Thank you.
There we go. There's Anand. And I think they're going to...
Right, so we're back there to the action now. The players are playing a hand.
they're in a hand. They're having discussions while they're playing. That's why the table mic sounds off.
But you need a director. I don't mind going to the toilet.
So under the gun raise by Max. Can't pick up his cards. Small blind of Nick, because three-handed now. Under the gun and the button, one and the same.
Yes, sir. Double work.
Just tank. If you're going to fold, just tank until they come over and then you pause the clock. If you're going to play, obviously just normal play.
Dave.
You're going to fold, Warwick?
No, I haven't looked yet.
Oh, okay.
Dave, do you mind if we have a 5-minute toilet break? We've all agreed. Okay.
Okay. Well, let's just run the clock and we'll go for a 5 minutes break. It's fine.
Yeah.
If anyone plays, then whatever. They're just leaving us on the stream. That's fine. If they don't want to give us a break, we all just go. It's fine.
Executive decision being made there, my
You
man.
happy with that?
Yeah.
We just sit out for 5 minutes, and they just pass the blinds around. Fair enough. Or pause the stream.
No, they have to.
Just pause the clock.
Huh? No,
Okay, well then you have 5 minutes with no one on the TV. It's fine.
We are the player also. No, we are agreeing between ourselves.
So Warwick is
for 5
defended
minutes.
here.
They're never going to do it. I'm never going to do it.
So we look what the flop has come
No,
out. Can't
let
see
me
the
tell you,
flop.
when there's a final table, you see, when the final table, there they give them the break on the final table. This is not your normal table, David. No, but you know what the tree is. It's not
So
gonna
Jack
be fair.
6, Jack flop.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
With a nut flush draw now, Warwick.
You guys aren't getting me. You can't go to the loop. Sorry? You cannot go to the loop. Yeah, no, I know. But you can't plead with it. I will.
He's gone check on the turn. Warwick will now put out a bet. Very good player by Warwick, eh?
Yeah,
no
100%.
I mean, he checked that flop and then checked called.
So we're just going to sit out for 5 minutes, yeah? It's fine, they can run the time. We just sit out. 5 minutes, Nick, yeah?
Yeah. Exactly 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minute break, well deserved.
Yeah, so the players have taken their own executive decision to make a break.
I think with that being said, are we going to take a little look-see on what's going on around the outer tables?
Yeah. I think if we get them to pan out there to the outer cameras and have a look outside maybe.
So yeah, right, while we wait for that, it's been an interesting session thus far. What did you say?
It's been an amazing session. I mean, we've had some great poker. Max absolutely slapped by the deck and hitting. I mean, he raised with Jack 8, flopped the straight. He gets into hand with Lambo, he flops the nut flush. The worst card in the turn for Lambo. He's had aces. Anything he's played has been absolutely phenomenal. There's the line of Lebanon from the House of Cards team next to the dock. There's Hannes Maybach in the background there next to Dupi. From the Lions Head crew, there's Denzel Naidu, who we saw his VPUP was there over 73% when he was on the feature table.
Yeah, so Surface joined in on the fun.
And I see Sugi's jumped into the club championship as well.
Yeah, I see my mate deep stacked him, or double spinned him, however you want to put it, depending on his mood, still there crushing. Mr. Gara looks like he's still out and about.
Yeah, and Giovanni Zanetti there. Gio getting a massage. He's got all the emojis there ready to throw at the people.
Yeah, ready to lob it at someone.
There's Rudolph for his daughter. Is he looking on?
Dave. Looks like it's all in there.
Yeah, there is an all-in. Player to her left, also part of the circus dealer. And Sugi going to make the call. There's a run straight in, eh?
Yeah.
Leaves the feature table, jumps straight into his stack there.
Spin it up. Gotta spin it up.
Yeah, his stack would have been blinded out while he was sitting here.
Interesting card protected there, that little flask.
around. Danny Lee Taylor from the House of Cards team.
Yeah, the shot clock is making a big impact.
Yeah, it makes the game speed up, that's for sure.
No, for sure. I mean, I walked around earlier while I was taking a bit of a break, and I saw a couple of guys get timed out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not used to it.
You know, the two additions, the time clock, the shot clock, and the time extensions. You know, but again, it's going to take something to get used to.
Yeah, it'll take players a little while to get used to that. Nice little view out there with everybody in their outfits. This young man on the right-hand side, Marco.
Yes.
I had not met him before. I played against him in event one at Monty before I had that accident and couldn't play any further.
Yeah.
He dominated the chip lead. He ended up coming second to Sugi. Then he entered another event and he cashed deep. And Yuri is across here. So I think there's a man we can look out for in the future, young Marco. He was playing, he was running well, he had great form as well. He was hitting. But a super run by the young man. Ended up coming second to Sugi there. And cashed another event deep. And yeah, crossed out MJPT. So maybe somebody to look out for in the future.
100%. I know. I was going to ask you, do you think Dimitri's ended up going to swallow his hand there while he was in the pub? Because man looked like he was deep in it. But yes, no, 100%. So I actually met him through Dimitri, hence why I say that. And they battled online, on the online streets together, but they've never met.
Okay, Marco.
And they met for the first time today. It was rather cute. They had a moment. And yeah, now they've become good mates as well. You know, taking breaks, discussing
right. So you say
strategies.
he's done his online work and now he's moved into the live arena?
By the looks of it, yeah.
So if your mates had long battles with him online, then clearly he could handle himself online as well.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's fine. It's nice for the guys to put a face to a name, in essence, because there are a lot of, majority of these guys in this room play against each other on the daily, and they've never met them.
And there's Mr. Clive Kick here, in there.
Without the cricket ball.
Yeah, did you hear the story about the cricket ball?
No.
When he was flying back down to Maritzburg after Monty, his cricket ball got confiscated by security as a security risk because you could throw it at somebody on the plane.
I mean,
and he has flown around the world with that cricket ball, never been taken away. He was not impressed there.
Can imagine.
And that cricket ball was signed by Shane Warne.
No, he has to go get that back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a chance.
So, yeah.
His legs better than there. Go get that ball back.
When Shane Warne came to play the WPT at Emperors.
Fantastic. Sheriff Brooks in the corner there. Holding down the law.
Talking about law, there's Cecil Cock, who is an attorney, amongst other businesses, next to Almin. They both play out of House of Cards. Tanya and Mandy at the top there. Mark Joseph.
Yeah, jumping in.
6,000,006.
Both the ladies look like they've got a fair bit of chips. Tanya plays a really good game as well, as does Mandy. So I think you just need to block somebody there on the stream for some really nasty comments that they're starting to make about some of the players, about Nick, about Arjana, and that's yeah, just I think there we go. That'll do. A little bit unwarranted there. There's Philip with a smile always, the dealer. Nice to see Sugi with a smile jumping in. So a lot of action going around, and we'll just keep an eye out for when the players rejoin us at the feature table.
Yeah.
Max making an executive decision and taking a break for the players.
Shame the young lady got a fright there. She know the cameraman was behind her.
Yeah, that's riddle for his daughter. So she plays quite a bit of poker around with her dad at various of the events. And Franco on that table as well, Franco D'Amata.
Yeah, it looks like he's having a better time than he did the other day.
Yeah, I spoke to him in the break and I said to him, "You still on tilt?" He said, "Yeah."
Every day,
still
apparently.
not enjoying it. I said, "I've never seen you throw cards in like that on a feature table." And he was like, yeah. He was not a happy bunny, eh?
Yeah, no, keeps it short and sweet. Moves on.
If the
So still panning around there and having banter with Mike Hussein, Lion of Lebanon, well-known online player, winner of many, many, many tournaments. And I see they're back on that feature table there now.
Jeez, I haven't seen Lion in ages.
Yeah, I think they're on the feature table now.
All right, let's go back to the feature table here and see what's happening there. Looks like the guys are back, ready to rumble.
There we go. Hand number 63.
Until someone has all the chips. It's up to you.
What are the total of
Gary?
Yeah. Let me add
the clock we're discussing here.
Yeah. What the
Is there even a floor?
1 million.
Right, we'll mute the table sounds as per the protocol, so the players have their privacy. They're just discussing some sort of deal now, and it is part of the etiquette for Monster Jam. The table sounds get muted for that, so that they can have some privacy to discuss whatever deals they want to. It's going to be tough for them to negotiate with Max when he's sitting with half the chips in play.
But again, as you know, there's all can change.
Yeah, absolutely. One double up from one of the other players and everything swings around. I mean, they're not short stacked. Nick's got 7.5 million. And I think Warwick's got just on 6 million.
No, I think he's got an 8, huh?
Has Warwick got as much as 8?
I think I could be wrong.
See, this is a very top-heavy prize pool. This is the problem. With R1 million guaranteed on top, I think then it's 250 for second.
Yeah, it's few and far between.
Yeah, it's a big jump down. 280 and 150. I mean, that's massive swing. It's a massive swing on variance. So players always look to try and even that out a little. But you see with Max with over half the chips in play, it'll be very difficult for them to convince him. He'll want to make a deal now where he still takes the lion's share and it's done.
100%.
No more further play.
I mean, from the ICM perspective, you know, if we had to work on a deal from the ICM perspective, what do you think here? I mean, roughly.
Well, if they did it strictly on ICM, then you're going to count the 280 and the 150 together. It's going to give you 430, so it's going to be 1,430,000.
Yeah.
Then he's got over half the chips in play, or just on half the chips in play, would give him around 750K.
Yeah, no, 100%, which is still not a bad
no.
showing.
And you know, he joked earlier and said, give me 800K and the trophy and we call it quits now. So
maybe they renegotiated that bit down to the 750 mark.
Yeah, so we'll see. That was earlier on. It was said sort of tongue-in-cheek at the time, but
it does sound a little more promising now.
It's looking more likely now that they could if they did deal in that direction, because purely on ICM with half the chips in play, get half the money.
Yeah, I see that there's a lot of support for Max up in the chat. Matt Lakers, good old Daddy Debson. Yeah, Josh is also saying like a poker Max. So yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think he would do in this predicament? Play for it all, or chop it up? Let us know.
Yeah, it's an interesting spot because the jump and the fall is so high, and if he has one big hand that swings it, one cooler that goes the other way, then suddenly he's on the back foot for dealing and negotiating. So it's an interesting spot. The players are going to have to decide what's best for them.
Yeah, I know. It is tough. I mean, 3 days of play, they must be pretty exhausted. Plus, we've got the Super High Roller coming up.
Yeah, that's an event that we're really looking forward to, the conclusion of this club championship game as well. All those trophies in the front, the big floating trophy that will go to the winning team, and then, of course, a trophy for each individual player to keep. That's a nice touch as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'll get one of those soon.
You go and get one of those club games, get into in. So which team would you play from down south? Would you play with the Lions Head crew or?
Well, I mean, Nick asked me to join his team this morning.
Okay, the Lions Head crew.
The second Lions Head too. I mean, it was him, Stephen Courtney, and 2 others, and it was a very strong team.
In the second Lions Head crew.
Yeah, and I mean, as you know, fortunately we couldn't. But you know, if I was a part of that team, it would have been. We would have been tough. It would have been fun. But yeah, today Nick's taking things a lot more seriously. That's because I think he's changing a bit from yesterday. Yeah. But such is. But yeah, no. Ideally, you know, I would have joined Nick, of course, but if there was a spot on the poker bet team, I would have jumped in as well. I know the SA Poker team was rammed to the rafters as well. So look at great players across the board.
Absolutely. I was also asked to join a pretty beast team that didn't come here. It ended up not doing a team. It included the likes of Theo Hunter, etc. I don't think that would have been an impressive team. Very promising future is Theo Hunter as well. I mean, I think he's 32, 33 years old now. He's got a great future in the game.
No, I'm sure he'll be back. We'll see him in a week, I think.
Yeah, he'll be in the other games. Didn't play the club game now. As I said, that club team didn't come together. I'm sure he'll look to try and play the high roller. And we'll take it from there. So just have to keep an eye on that. You've got the peripheral vision there on that preview screen there. You can have a look and see if play resumes.
Yeah, they look like they've come to some sort of arrangement.
Okay.
But it's still, there's still a lot of, you think that? I'd say that by the looks of things. But yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll have some bits.
Alrighty, and then...
deal has been made by the looks of the handshakes are going around.
Okay. Keeping an eye on that for us.
Well done, gentlemen. No, they'll take the trophy. I'll definitely think Max will take the trophy.
So they've either made a deal to conclude it, or they've made a deal for the money and play for the trophy and a bit on top.
We shall find out shortly, my good man. It's all speculative at this moment.
Yeah, we're still speculating. Yeah, but look, with that chip stack, I don't think he's settling for anything less.
Yeah.
He's going to take the trophy and the lion's share of money. That's guaranteed. It would be really silly if he didn't.
But I mean, a big round of applause to these three gents. They battled out to the entire final table.
Absolutely, and for all of those that made it into the money, it was tough to make it into the money. I mean, Clayton Tallywanth just bubbling the final table, finished in 10th spot. We've spoken a lot about him. He's got a great future in the game, and he's really good friends with Sugi. And Sugi going off the final table, I think, in 8th or in 9th spot. And yeah, so we're crossing back across to the final table.
Blind or you want to play?
No, blind. We'll play this level. If not, we'll play blind, huh? 20 minutes.
So we're back to the final table now. The information that Gary has brought us is that they've made an ICM deal which will remain private for the money, and they've left 30k on top for the trophy and the trophy, what they're playing for.
Just play. Okay, play.
So
Spin it up, boys.
30k
Spin it
and the
up.
trophy.
Let's play. We'll decide by the end of this level. Then we can... Huh? Wait. But we are not going to play forever. Let's decide time. 20 minutes, then we'll flip. Or maybe we'll do something.
I want to play.
Let's play.
Right, looks like we're playing.
There we are, up and running again. So they've made a deal for the money, and now it's a case of playing for the balance, the 30k plus the trophy.
Yeah, spinning it up for 30 grand.
Too much advantage.
Flip, man. How are you going to flip with all the chips?
Nick's just going to rip it, yeah. He just wants to flip.
You can't play for a little bit, then flip.
Play.
Yeah, play. We're playing. But obviously everyone's going to play more aggressive. There's only play for 30k.
Yeah, it'll make the play much more aggressive now.
Yeah.
Because you're only playing, your money's locked up, so you're playing for the prestige, the 30k and the trophy. And Max has a huge advantage with 16 million chips.
Now that it's happening, I don't know if I regret my decision.
Why? You get way more than second place. Huh?
I can get rocking on the rest of my day.
Well, then let's flip.
So how does the flipping work?
We just flip for stacks.
It doesn't matter how much.
Doesn't matter? No. We flip for the stacks equivalent. Because I've got more chips. It's only fair. And then whoever gets all the chips at the end wins. We basically just go all in blind tails and win.
Let's should do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Right, sounds like they're going to be flipping.
This can go on for 2 hours.
Okay, Nick, he wants to flip.
It will go on for 2 hours, maybe 3 hours.
Because now I have 9, you want to flip. Let's change the calculation.
Right, so it looks like we're putting all the money in, and the boys will be flipping for the trophy of 30
We
grand.
play for our stacks. So if I win, it's over. If you win, we push your chips. If he wins, we push his chips to there. And then we're just all in every single hand until someone wins.
And we see who gets what.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're going to be flipping for trophies.
Yeah, but fuck, meaning you can take us out in 1 second.
Yes, but also if we win, then we double.
Yeah, and then the next hand you win. You only have to win 2 hands, Nick.
You see, let me tell you something, what is happening here. There's a pointing system.
Yeah, but we're playing. We're just flipping. We're just gambling.
Yeah, but no, for us the point, who's gonna come number 1, number 2, number 3 for the point?
No, we're gonna flip.
Whoever wins.
Whoever wins this.
So you want me to put everything?
Yeah, we're all in blind.
Or one stack at a time?
No, we're all in.
We're all in.
Okay, we're just all in.
I'm all in.
All in. Go. Just do it.
Maybe I don't want to go all in.
We're all in.
Yeah, we're all in.
All in, Nick.
All in.
Already?
Yeah, we're all in.
Yeah, so Nick debating this there, so we just keep quiet, you can hear the banter.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be flipping.
Oh, look what I found.
All in, there it is.
Warwick picks up ace jack.
3-5.
3-5.
Live card.
10-9 for the W.
Live card.
Right, let's go. First 3. Max has got 10-9. Nick's got 3-5.
But how do we do second and third then?
The one with...
If I win, it's finished.
No, I'm number 2.
But whoever comes second is
me.
second.
It's me.
Second between the hands.
No. Second. If you win, hold on.
Yeah.
If you win, because I have more chips than him.
You would be second, third.
Yeah.
In stacks.
Yes, if he wins.
Yeah, if I win.
Yeah.
Alright, so they're sorting the nitty-gritty out.
Yeah. To the flop we go.
Oh, fuck.
9 in the window. 2 pair.
5-3 for Nick.
Another 5, make it happy. Another
2,
4
4 for Warwick. Nick scoops.
I run Sunbet.
And Warwick finishes 3rd.
Warwick finishes in 3rd place, extremely well played.
GG, sir.
Locked up the money there.
Let's go, Nick.
So Nick comes...
No, we're still playing. We're still playing.
5-3.
So Nick has had a big double up, plus he takes Warwick's chip, so now Nick will be a massive chip leader.
Now,
you got to win the next hand, Nick.
So Nick Zacker moves to 24 million chips. Max Devison to 5.3 million chips.
Yeah. It's going to be over next hand when I win.
No, next hand.
Nick has more than me.
Next hand. Don't collect.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our 3 final tables at the 25 and ask you round of applause. And can I ask you, next year, because Nick Jackson and
How much?
And don't forget, Warwick's got those 2 Premier Lounge tickets to Old Trafford as well, which is a nice touch for him.
It's not a bad Sunday.
Not a bad Sunday for him. So there we go. The money has obviously changed between the top 3.
For those of you that don't know, we had a lucky draw sponsored by Dr. for players that play in
the Slam, and he gave away 2 Premier Suite tickets at Old Trafford to watch Man United play. And Warwick Wiggins' name came out the draw, so let's give Warwick a nice big round of applause. Well done, Warwick.
Fine.
I know he supports Arsenal, but it's just one of those things.
7. I have to win 2 flips. Yeah.
And you want the money, man.
Run so bad. All I had to find was a 2. Unbelievable.
So that, there we go.
10
Oh my God.
versus
Hold on, baby.
kick 6 for the lot. Nick's got 10.
Baby.
Nick running well, yeah, right when it needs it for the flip of the trophy.
I need support.
Clean as can be.
Ace 3.
Too many
Hearts.
outs.
Fight. Max takes the double.
Champion.
Max finds the double.
Nick, you lost. Nick, you lost.
Back, sorry, Nick, you lost.
Nick, you lost.
7
Nick
million.
thought he'd win.
7 million, Nick. You lost. I have King High Flush. 7 million. Send
What
it.
do you bring
7 million.
card?
King of Hearts, a flush.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 7
Are
million.
you serious, says Nick? He can't believe
I'm
it.
not joking.
Okay. Fucking hell. Are you serious?
Yes, Nick.
Little bit Nick can't believe it.
No way. And I had heart.
So Max gets the double up.
Too early celebration.
What is that?
Lamar?
14 million.
Mark? Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
You serious?
Yeah. No, he's lying. Of course he's serious.
The dealer will set ready for the next
14
hand.
million, this is the one.
Sports celebration.
Now it's dominated. Jack 7 against Jack 3.
19 million versus 10 million now.
So Jesus, I had pocket 10.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Jack. Oh, hold up your baby.
So,
King.
Nick looking for a king here.
Yes!
Oh, Max flops up and down.
King.
7.
King.
7.
King. Yabo. Sorry. Thank you. Thank
So
you,
Nick will take the 30k and the trophy on the flip.
Thank you. Thank you. You said it.
So, and he wants the points for Vegas. Yeah. Well done to them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And we're going to move across for some interviews.
Thank you. Yeah, collect. Yeah, we'll take a photo.
So they're going to set the table up there for some photos. And we're going to move across to Ian. We'll do some exit interviews. So we're just waiting for Ian to do some exit interviews. And Nick winning on the flip, the points and the trophy and the extra 30k. So as soon as they've settled, we'll cross across from the flop box to some visuals of the interviews. Ian got the trophy in hand from what I can see on the preview screen, getting ready to present it. Dealer setting some chips for some photographs. So just waiting. Okay, maybe go to some outer views while we're waiting.
Came up to celebrate his brother's life with us. Welcome,
We've
Stevie.
got
Let's give
a
him a nasty
winner
round of
of the
applause.
David Rosenthal Memorial Tournament. This is absolutely special and in honor of David Rosenthal. This tournament was to honor him, and I'm sure we did that. And I want to give this trophy to Stephen Rosenthal to present to the winner. Stephen Rosenthal, you can do the honor of presenting this trophy to the winner.
Right, and Stephen Rosenthal handing over the trophy to Nick Zackham in honor of his late brother. And it's quite fitting because Nick Zackham absolutely loves Manchester United. And Bozo, as you all know, was a massive Man United fan.
What is going through
Let's
your
give them all
mind
nice
right
one
now?
more big round of applause.
Bozo only. Only Bozo.
Only Bozo.
Coming to my
Were
mind.
you a friend of Bozo?
Very much so.
And
I even
congratulations.
appreciate it.
And this
Thank
was a
you very
tournament
much.
to honor
Thank
his
you.
memory, and I'm sure you
Thank
did that
you.
very well today.
I'm humbled, I'm touched.
You played so well.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
This is actually a special moment, guys. Stephen Rosenthal presenting the trophy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. What an awesome, awesome event.
You know, we all had the feeling, three of us at the end, that, you know, we all were close to Bozo. One of us wanted it. We all wanted it so badly. Even Warwick was suggesting that he was touched. Same with me when I came here to the tournament. I had this in mind. I want to win it because of Bozo is a souvenir, you know. I spent so much time with him, and so is Max. So we were overwhelmed. And thank you guys for giving us that opportunity to show our commitment and love to the late Bozo. And thank you all. Thank you. It's very touchy.
Well done. Thank you, guys.
The players in the team event, you're now in a 15-minute break. 15-minute.
Right, so that was the exit interview there. Nick Zackham winning that out on a flip. Max took the majority of the money in the ICM deal, but Nicholas actually overcome with emotion there as fitting to the memorial to David Rosenthal, the late Bozo. Much loved by the whole community and a very fitting event to honor his memory. So what's going to